Yay! We're back,
everybody.
bitches.
Welcome to Dice Dames and Dudes. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I could tell. It's a good thing, though.
I've been.
I'm not excited about the name of the map that you had me download, but go ahead.
It's fine.
I've been home. I've been watching a lot of Persian movies. I'm ready for a story that isn't as tragic.
Oh.
Persian movies, you say?
Yeah. Yep.
The universe is
Ah!
strange.
Why? This is the 7th time you've knocked something over on your desk today.
That is the second time.
No, you dropped something before, and then way before that.
Okay, so my phone fell off the desk. A hat fell off the wall. And then my earbud case just slid.
9.
So you're good
9.
at math. Kronos, don't let discount for you tonight. I don't
Discount.
think you're-
Hello, Frog G. Hello, Flying Feline.
Hello, Frog G and Flying Feline. Hello,
And Amiga.
Amiga. What's up, Amiga?
30 minutes before we went live.
Let's go, Flying Feline. Good to see you, beautiful.
Yes.
All right. Shay,
I
how you
want to
doing?
know, when Flying Feline puts the little wine emoji in there, is she actually drinking or is she just pretending?
Probably.
You
You
mean
should be drinking.
You want to know if she's a wine poser? Is that what you're asking?
No,
Either
not
that,
her.
she's either that or a wino. Those are the only two options.
We're going to go with option 2. And it's the
wine
less
connoisseur.
insulting one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Aficionado.
Exactly.
Shay.
Yeah, why not?
Sommelier.
That's so weird.
Yes, I.
How you doing?
Good. Tired.
Awesome.
But very excited. I've got...
Death on your shirt.
I do! What up? This is my Doors vs. Lions hoodie that I just had to have, and I fucking love it. And every time I wear it, people always give me a sideways glance, and I fucking love that too. So I had to go out to get the stuff for Thanksgiving. Because I'm going to someone else's house. Because it
The
doesn't
day
make sense for
before
me to
Thanksgiving.
cook. Yeah. Doesn't make sense to cook a turkey for me. So I went out in the world, which don't do. Don't go out in the world. There's so many people there. It's very upsetting, the amount of people that are out in the world. Feline, I will check that DM in just a moment. But I'm really excited. I'm making 2 pies and then 2 vegetarian dishes and bringing a shit ton of soda because the last time that I went to Thanksgiving at this friend's house, one of the guys that I know's girlfriend and I kind of like hit it off. And she's a vegetarian and didn't have like a whole lot of faith in a bunch of the options that were there because like potatoes, people will throw like bacon bits and stuff in. And so I decided I would make 2 vegetarian dishes so she could have some variety. But also I really wanted to try these and they're pretty impressive looking when they're done. So. And then I'm doing an apple and mixed berry pie and I'm doing Woodrow. I'm hoping to do you proud. I know you don't bake, but I'm doing apple roses on top.
Ooh, nice. I
I'm
do
so
I do
excited.
bake. I make
You do?
bouchons at work.
Ooh,
That's
good
kind
to
of
know.
baking. I
Do you
bake
bake
chicken.
or do you get baked?
We do both.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I was
What
going to
is
say.
it? 4K
That's
like
just
those
yes
or
for the lower half of this panel.
Yes. That is.
No,
that is
bouchons are
accurate.
baking.
Oh, I'm super excited though because I got puff pastry and then I've got like the triple berry jam and then I'm gonna put the little apple slices and roll them together and then put them on top of the apple and berry pie and then bake the whole thing and then dust it with some powdered sugar. It's gonna be really pretty.
Nice.
I'm so excited. And then I'm gonna fuck it up and it's gonna be terrible, but it'll be fine.
It happens.
But hopefully, I mean, if it does not turn out looking the way you want, at least it will still
It'll
taste good.
taste.
And you can eat it.
I can guarantee you it will taste good.
Like,
That is a fact.
one of my
Yay,
favorite.
Feline is drinking. She sent me a picture of her wine glass.
Nice.
She's like, Shay, I sent you a DM. Wine? Like, thank you, I appreciate that. It's about as full as that wine glass that she emojied too. But it definitely was fuller at some point.
Yes, that is accurate.
It's 1,000%
Luke.
fuller.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm better now because I've rebuilt my music collection, but I spent the better part of the weekend rebuilding my my music collection on my SD card because SD card
They
decided
corrupted.
just not gonna mount.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
You
Trying
know
to
what?
listen to music and just
I hate it when things refuse to mount or
Yeah.
be mounted.
uh-huh.
Hey Shay,
I don't
When
know
you lean
why
forward-
you're talking to me.
when you lean forward to take a bite, that's just mukbang. So
Sorry.
we're
I'm
not
hungry. I didn't eat. This is food.
pizza cheek. How you doing, Woodrow?
Good. Busy
You
with
feeling
work.
better?
Yeah, I'm feeling way better. I mean, I'm still,
Awesome.
I guess, kind of, yeah. But I can actually talk now and not sound like a cartoon character, so that's nice.
Can we talk about how funny it was when you're like, "Hey Woodrow, how you doing?" He's like, good." Like, so much attitude. He's like, bitch, great, thank you. Who are
Don't
you?
question me. You.
God forbid I express concern.
No,
It's just
obviously
it's
not
jarring.
allowed.
It's jarring when you do it.
Look,
Guys, I'm
I
just an asshole.
I understand
Woodrow's
that
like,
you guys.
I'm very suspicious.
I understand that you guys have seen like 300 Den of the Drake and Crit Crab videos where the murder hobo can't separate themselves from their character. that is not quite correct in my circumstance.
Not quite.
No. Close.
Sai, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Doing awesome. I can't wait to cook our very small turkey. It's
15
only
pounds.
only 15 pounds. Hey, that's in the smallest weight category that Butterball has. So it's enough for 3 people for a day, since I eat turkey like a fiend. And that's all we really need. Because then there's pizza.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
turkey
I'm
and pizza.
gonna end up making my pumpkin pie because it's fucking amazing. And I really just want to have pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Okay,
Well, there you go.
that sounds solid.
It's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I'm doing this, but it's happening.
I will have Irish coffee for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Ooh,
I think that will be. I think that's in order.
nice. Yeah, I have to get up and like
Oh.
dye my hair and then start
Sorry,
like
there we go.
putting all of the shit together and hope that it comes together like it needs to. I don't make pies very often, so I don't know how this is gonna work. And I couldn't find. Woodrow, can you explain to me, is a tart pan, is that like a specialty item?
Yeah.
A tart pan?
Yeah.
That's what they used to call me in middle school.
Because you were
No,
a skinny little boy. And
No, I don't know what a
trollop.
tart pan is, but it sounds like you cook Pop-Tarts in it. I don't know.
I'm sorry, you don't know what a tart pan is?
Shay, I told you today.
Luke, do you know what a tart pan is?
I'm not talking. That I
I
had
already
never.
know that you don't know.
I've never heard anyone refer to anything as a tart pan now.
Before,
I'm guessing, is it like a cupcake thing or something? I don't know.
Yeah, before she said it today, I had never heard the term before. I was getting it out for our viewers who did not know what I was going to say, Shay.
I can't with y'all. And no, some person, a tart pan is not a pie pan. A pie pan is deeper. A tart pan is smaller and it has more flutes. And it usually has the little bottom that pushes out and the side falls away.
No.
Y'all are
I mean,
heathens.
You could you could ask one of my favorite heathens, like Feline, and she would absolutely know the answer to that.
Okay, do you know?
Feline, it cannot be, right? It is not a specialty item. Please tell me in the chat that it's a fucking normal thing, because I have gone to Target, to Walmart, to 3 different grocery stores. There's not a single motherfucking place that has anything even remotely resembling a tart pan. It's very upsetting. Fine. What, Si?
This might be a Mandela effect thing.
I used to own one. I haven't seen it in a really long time, so I don't know if I still have it or if I gave it away. But the thing that's crazy is I'm now wondering, did I pick it up when I was in England? Is that why?
Probably, because that sounds like some English shit.
I know that. See, thank you. Flying Feline says she has several of them. I am not insane. I have not been able to find this shit. Yes, the one that I had.
It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup pan that you bake a tart in.
Yeah, and the one that I used to have, that little circle bit, it was almost like a spring-loaded pan, except it wasn't spring-loaded, and so the circle bit was separate, and the sides would fall away if you pushed up on it. Shut up! You know what I'm talking about?
No, we don't.
Drop bottom, thank you.
So my
Flying
grandma
Feline knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she has some of those, but I didn't. I thought they were just pie things. I didn't know they were called tart pans.
No, they're tart pans because a tart is a flakier crust and it's smaller.
It's also really thin.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Well, regardless, apparently it's not available in Maryland.
Damn, I really want to Reese's.
Nobody making tots up in Maryland.
I know,
Ain't nobody like tots up there.
I know that's what you said.
But no, that's exactly what I said when she told me about a tart pan. I looked it up, and then I said, damn it, now I want a Reese's peanut butter. And then she was in the store, and she walked right by a tub of Reese's brand peanut butter. I'm like, God damn it, now I really want.
See, I can't eat Reese's
$3.50?
peanut butter cups anymore. No matter what,
Too
they
sweet.
always give me heartburn.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
it's the shit that they put in their peanut butter, like all the
Sugar?
extra sugar. Yeah.
I mean, it's
All right.
basically just sugar.
It's good. What'd you already
It's good.
Ah.
Jesus.
Neutron?
I agree,
Okay.
some person. I agree.
So, last time on Dice Games and Dudes, the party was stealthily moving through Persine. However, the High Crown grew suspicious of their drones disappearing and began to search the town. The party managed to free the civilians and convince their friends to leave with Suzaria, fleeing to her grove to rendezvous later. With the warship above and the elven troopers moving ever closer, the party saw their chance to escape when an odd ally joined the fight in the skies above. Whisper had returned to find his caretaker, but with Zanlin nowhere to be found, Whisper began to flee. Not before the party caught up, ditching the High Crown warship and its patrols for now. So last we left off, you guys had docked with Whisper's messed up gunship that I think you were trying to commandeer, Dis. The damage I mentioned before, like I said, it's mostly all EMP damage, so it's like its systems and stuff are scrambled. So it'll still need like some repairs and stuff, but it's not like it can fly in space. It's not gonna fall apart on you.
So what you're saying is that it's mostly okay.
Mostly.
Mostly.
You gotta have done so much better.
It is. I haven't uploaded it yet.
I was gonna say I worked really hard on the other one.
I saved that shit and spread it everywhere on Facebook too, for like days. I was like trying to set people up to say mostly just so I could fucking put it in their top.
You're like, would you say it's sometimes or frequently, maybe? Just be like, have him be like, yeah, and be like, no, wrong answer. Say the word.
I'm doing this
So is it-
crossword puzzle.
Is it somewhat often?
It starts with an M. Perhaps you know this word.
Starts with a Bruce. Let's see. So yeah, you guys.
Answer the Christopher.
You guys had gotten the ship, had managed to lose the warship by flying down to the canopies and kind of crashing through the trees and then coming up further out of its radar. Also, you know that you had Suzaria go to your ship with the spell, and you can like kind of command that mentally. So you could have it meet up with you, or you could have it go to the rebel base. But I do need from you specifically, Kronos, a charisma saving throw, real quick.
Charismatic enough
Yes.
to pilot your ship. Are you changing, say?
It would be a 21.
A 21? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Good to know.
No. I don't like it when Woodrow Banks stuff.
You fail.
I'm just like, that's interesting. Be like, no. I don't want.
Interesting for you, terrifying for us.
I don't like interesting.
Yeah, you guys technically aren't here yet.
I know.
But this is where your friends and stuff are, and so I need to know though, Kronos. Do you want them, or do you guys as a party need to decide where you're sending them? Are you having them rendezvous with the ship, or are you having them just head to the base?
Now,
If you have them rendezvous,
Renage is on my ship, right? Because he came
he
with
can't-
us.
Yeah, and you know he's a good pilot, so you could
Yeah.
give him, the go ahead to fly.
Right. Well, I feel like we need to check in with him to see if he's done with his gold excavation before we take off.
So if you send him a message, he basically says that he's not done, but he can leave at any time. He's pulled out a good amount from the drones that he had stashed there. He just called them to the ship and basically sent them back to continue mining.
Okay.
So theoretically,
place is-
we could come potentially
Back later.
come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them mine some more.
Where is my ship in comparison to us currently?
We're in between maps because we've left the map of.
Yeah, you're far off of Persine. You guys are a ways away from the smoldering jungle, or this part of the jungle, and
Okay.
the warship is in between you guys. You guys are both on the outskirts of the warship's sensors, or like watch where they're focused. So you could both escape, but having them meet you, you would be like basically crossing back through the warship's like gaze, unless
Be
you
like
want them to
cross
fly.
shoot. Cross through the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Don't do that.
Yeah, they say you can rendezvous with them somewhere, or send them back. Just send them to the base, whatever you guys prefer. But that's up to you. Also, while you're doing this, who is sort of taking over the helm? Anyone? Or are you letting Whisper pilot?
I'm not quite comfortable with Whisper piloting, so I'm gonna see if I can slide in that chair since this is an elven ship.
Fine by me.
So the console that he was on, if you look on the map, you can bring up the map for the gunship. You're sort of
Pay no attention to the fact that it says this is gunship.
So where Whisper is sitting right now, you can kind of like try to persuade him out of the seat that and you don't have to use any sort of talking. You can, since you're an elf, you can just connect right with his mind because he's another like a fellow telepath. And you make me a persuasion roll through empathy if you want, or if you want to intimidate, you could do some other emotion. But
Kronos, some
Give me a
person's
check.
asking the hard questions.
14 plus 10, 24.
24.
Don't have time. Haven't had
You
time
sort
this
of-
adventure anyway.
Yeah, not yet.
Definitely not since the encounter with the T-Rex. That's what we were
What
just
about
talking about.
What about all the bug splatter that's on it
Yeah,
from
I mean,
when we showed up
you've
at the
had-
cube?
You've had downtime, but
Yeah.
I think since the
Really just squeegeed the
Oh,
front
Well, I mean,
windshield.
had to fucking clean it up in order to put it back together.
I had to rebuild the damn thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to a point.
So haven't really cleaned it down since then, I guess.
Just wait till you get this big fucking hamster in there with all its tentacles.
Yeah.
Tentacle hamster.
he doesn't seem that dirty. Still
I was thinking
a little
slimy.
drooly. Yeah, I say a little drooly at the mouth, but he just like a Rottweiler.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, Rottweiler or like a Mastiff?
No,
remember
Mastiffs
the-
are really bad.
Shake their heads and it just goes everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there.
that dog in Turner and Hooch.
Yep.
Look at that.
That
Always
really
end
can
on a
happen.
shower scene.
Or that dog in
Um.
Christmas Vacation that every time he sneezed, his head looked like a glazed donut.
Snot. Yeah.
It's not,
But,
yeah.
As you sort of walk up to the console and connect with Whisper. Whisper sort of like hops out of the chair, and as he hops out, the like body that was there sort of like falls down in the chair and kind of leans to the side. And you can see there's a small console here where you can like take physical command of like one of the piloting or co-pilot or even a gunner seat. But it's mainly sort of just a command seat where you neural link into the ship. There's like a trans chair, and it's basically like the command. So Whisper,
Nice.
Whisper gives you the ship, and connecting to it, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ha! 19.
A 19, okay.
Hold on. My wisdom saving throws are +7. 26.
Okay. Good to know. So you take control of the
Stop
ship,
saying
no
that!
problem. You take control of the ship, no problem. You do sense that it's even... So when you connected to your ship, empathically, it was almost like connecting with kind of like, not a lost friend, but someone you had known before, almost like an animal, something like an animal companion. It's like this kind of like bond you felt with it. With this ship, it's weird. You feel almost like a void, because like with the warship, you felt like an oppressive force while you were in there. You could feel like the system was watching you or trying to find you. With this, it's like just null and void of either of those. It's kind of weird. But yeah, you have full control of the ship. Most of its systems are offline. It can fly. It has some of its guns. Power has been rerouted to the guns for defenses. Life support's online. Engines, but like most other stuff is actually off. So like to use navigation or the scannings, like you'd have to actually revert power from like the guns or some other systems or life support or something, or start repairing it.
Can I
Either
start
way.
trying to repair it?
Yeah, you can go ahead into open up some of the consoles and start trying to work them, and maybe go into the storage and see if there's any spare like hard drives or anything like that you can reinstall.
Yeah, if not, we're going to
hardware.
have to circle back to that one that I softly crashed in the forest.
So go ahead and give me an
Soft.
investigation check, and one person can do it with advantage, and then another person
let's-
can just kind of do a roll.
Let's see if I can do better than a 19. I cannot do better than a 19. 19 plus 13.
That's not bad. It's really good.
32.
So wait,
Was
what
it
was
32?
Yeah.
What was it?
Investigation.
Investigation. I get a +0, so I got a 16.
This
at
you
Trey.
start going in. You start finding with the Neuralink and all that. You start finding the troubled systems. You get Kronos' help and start kind of like taking pieces from other parts of the ship and some of the spare parts and begin to sort of repair it. And if one of you wants to make an engineering check, you can, and you can do it with advantage if one of you is helping. If anyone else wants to do anything else, let me know.
I'm only a +3, so it might be...
Where are we going first?
We're going to meet up with them off-planet.
Okay.
Off-planet. I don't want to be within range of that warship again.
No,
We
I
don't
know
know
it's
if
not.
this thing has a cloak.
And we sent everyone back to Cesaria's Grove, which is where my ship is. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
and-
piles onto my ship, and then Renage can pilot
then-
it to wherever we're meeting.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Okay.
what I'm trying to say. Is
All
that
in
we need to
respect. Hold up.
we need to pick a point, preferably outside of the gravity well of the planet, so we're not just sitting there orbiting right above the thing's head, so it can death ray laser
Yeah.
beam us again.
Probably on the other side, on the far side.
Yes, far side of the planet.
Okay.
Wow.
No, there's definitely no donuts. There is
Oh
rations.
God, you're bringing your cats?
They'll all fit in my ship. 25 for an engineering check.
I
Okay.
remotely lock the door to Bryn and my cabin so that the cats.
They're all coded just for you.
I don't want the dogs dealing with the cats.
No. The dogs can't get out and the cats can't get in.
Bryn, you're up there in the cockpit. I'm guessing still kind of just with Whisper, or are you somewhere else in the ship?
I was just gonna chill with Whisper because I don't know
Okay.
what else to do. I'm
Okay, I
no
just
good
wanted-
on these ships unless I'm firing a gun, and even then I'm going around.
You could investigate.
She did. She rolled.
Kronos, I'm moving you to the engine room.
That's not the engine
You
room.
want me
That's
to
the
do
the bay. The engine rooms are port
damn it.
and starboard. The giant
Moving you to
engine
the
room.
engine room.
Yeah. Bryn, as Kronos is reconnecting pieces that Dis is taking from other parts of the ship, the navigation actually comes back on. Kronos, you notice that they should be on. As you're kind of just like looking around, there's a little ping, and it's an odd curiosity. You've seen this ping before a couple times. It seems to be Namgolg's ship.
Ah, Namgolg!
Wait.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep. Sounds like him.
And yeah, basically. And then, so you have that's pinging on the navigations. It sort of like does a scan of the area, and that's one of the things that comes up. It says that there's a ship nearby, and there's actually two because there's one that's behind you that's come like trying to come online, which is the one you guys damaged.
Okay.
And then you guys start to get pings from like the warship and some of the other gunships that are high up and back at Persine. So you guys get a little visual of the situation, and nothing seems to be changed. You guys are still on course to be getting away from the warship, like everything like that. Namgolg's ship seems to be parked out in the middle of the jungle, and it's online. It's running. It seems to be parked. It's all just chilling.
I'm gonna suggest a radical plan. Let's just beam him up.
Are you sure that's going to work?
You can do that? I was kidding, but you can do that? That'd be awesome.
I mean, his ship is protected. Remember, I was going to teleport into his ship that one time. So no, we can't teleport him.
God damn it.
Yep. But chances are, if he's nearby, he might have. If he's in the jungle, he may have found the last dog, the last hellhound.
To the jungle.
We've got goods for trade. Sorry.
Which one of the three of us has the least threatening rapport with him, or the most effectively threatening rapport with him? Either one.
I think you all actually do, honestly.
I've tried to be diplomatic.
You threatened to destroy him.
Technically, I threatened to destroy him, and then he backed me up when Namgolg made it look like he was going to attack back. Technically.
I'm gonna put in the number for Namgolg on one of our screens, and we'll just make this a
Conference call?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna put him on speakerphone.
Wait. Can I be the first one to say hi to him?
Yes.
You could. If anyone ever picked up, but the phone just continues to ring.
He doesn't have an answering machine?
You can send a message.
Namgolg! The fuck you doing, asshole?
That'll definitely get him.
That's very friendly. Yeah.
Yep. This is going well.
Don't make me come find you, bitch!
I just turned to Kronos. She's a people person.
Definitely.
I mean, I would make a comment about
manner.
rubbing off on her, but I mean, that's just innuendo. Start to
I'm going to delete the last 3 seconds of reality out of my head.
It's probably less.
Yeah. So, just go ahead and give me a pilot check since you're the one piloting currently.
What can we tell about the area?
It's somewhat dense jungle. Finding a spot to land might be hard. Or you could force the ship down with a piloting check and hopefully, nothing breaks.
Only a 22.
22. Okay, that's actually good enough.
Force the ship down there, leave this giant hole in the canopy where anybody passing by be like, "What the fuck's that?"
Okay. Yeah.
It's a cookie cutter ship.
Okay. Yeah. So you're coming up on where Namgol's ship is parked. It's sort of parked. It's not like a big mountain range, but it's almost like this like little hillside that crops up in the jungle. There's still trees on it, and it's still got like a high canopy and stuff. But it does sort of like pop up. You can see in the canopy it like suddenly gets higher in a spot, and his ship seems to be parked kind of right at the base of it.
Is there a? Can I tell by the systems if there was, whatever, a cloaking device on the ship?
Not on this one, no. Seems to be a gunship that's deployed from a warship for battle. This is not a stealth operations vehicle.
Damn it. We're gonna have to move my cloaking device over to this ship someday.
That'll be a fun day.
Don't worry, if the ship's too big for one, I'll just take yours and use both.
Yeah, I don't think so. We'll ask Bach and the rest of our friends that we saved. Right now, what do we?
My concern is if we set this ship down.
The
ship behind us that is attempting to get its shit together might not be behind us for long.
Yep.
Is there any place to hide this ship in the landscape at all?
Is it watertight? Is there a body of water we can hide the ship in?
Oh my god. It's gonna drown us all.
Well, here's the cool thing about elven ships is they're actually made to be amphibious and spacefaring. They're one of the only races that do. Like merfolk and some other races have seafaring ships. So go ahead and give me a investigation check, but this is going to be using this ship's system or Dis's, but this ship's I think is better. It's got a 10. What's yours, Dis? Is it 11?
Let me see.
Because you could just link into your ship and scan. Either way, whichever's better. If you want to make a investigation, Kronos, you can use this ship with the plus 10, and then Dis, you can use your ship.
What is it? Is it senses?
Yeah, it should be perception.
Or perception. Perception.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's just based on your ship's sensors.
I'm going to use this ship's rather than my ship's since my ship is around my neck.
Okay. I thought you docked. I didn't know you shrank it also.
After I docked, I shrank it because I don't want
to.
It's been around Dis's neck like this whole time.
Okay, I know. I just didn't know.
I don't like leaving things attached to ships that I'm flying because then it's not tactically sound.
Yeah. I mean, we saw what happened to the little cruiser
that
ship
to the last one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
16, whatever the plus is on this ship.
So 10. And what did you get, Kronos?
Oh, I didn't roll. Because his ship is around their ship is around their neck. So
if you want to aid, we'll just say you're aid. You're both running the scan, so you can go ahead and roll too. See if you guys someone gets higher. Because aiding would have been the same thing.
13 on the dice, so plus whatever from the ship.
23. So you got a 16. Yeah. You said this, so 26 total.
Yeah.
Is the higher. So what you guys get is there's a small body of water that you can get above. It might be it's big enough for you to sort of land down in. It's not deep that it's gonna the ship's gonna disappear in it. You can actually land with the landing gear, and you'd have to use the top hatch to come out. But any water that gets in can be drained. It's made for it. It's not a big deal. Let's see. Or no, sorry, it wouldn't be on the top. It'd be on the bottom, and no water would get in to be like a submarine. But yeah, you guys can easily land in the water, use that as cover, and get hike into the jungle. And it's not too far away from the mound where his ship is parked. It is further away than just like crashing down through the canopy, but this way you don't have to risk any damage to the ship. So 26 is a good investigation check, but it is a pretty small body of water. It's like almost just big enough for the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna park in there.
Yeah, give me a piloting check.
I'm just gonna tell you guys while I roll my piloting. I'm just gonna tell you guys if this ends up in a clusterfuck, I have no problem leaving him to die. I want you to know that.
Well, not to, not to assume anything, but I kind of figured.
15 plus 10. 25.
10. Okay.
I mean,
so
I figured the
yeah.
only one that you wouldn't leave behind is her.
I mean,
So-
I have an affinity for you and Kirby at this point.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
But if it came down to it, yes, I'd leave you both to
Uh-huh.
rot.
Exactly.
If it meant saving Bryn.
Let me just write some notes real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
I get ideas.
Oh, if you didn't know that from the beginning of this season.
No. So
How
as you
to
guys have
split
this
the party.
yeah, as you guys are sort of landing, you can look down. You see the canopy basically covers the body of water, so it would be hard to see without scanners. But you kind of basically twist down. The canopy opens up underneath. There's no trees. You land in the water, and that kind of covers up above. And you're kind of almost in darkness as the canopy closes above. There's just rays of light coming through. And let's see. I will need either athletics, survival, or stealth checks. And this is basically, you're each making checks as a skill challenge to see how stealthily you move through the jungle and see if you call anything to you or stumble across anything interesting.
33.
Ooh, okay.
By the way, I'm also going to cantrip some Ray of Frost into this water. Just enough to kind of equalize out the temperature to what it was before we landed, since we're putting hot engines in a small body of water. So it doesn't glow brightly on thermal, if you get what
27 for an athletics check.
I don't have any advantage on checks right now, right?
I mean. Initiative.
Only on initiative, and I think
Okay.
possibly survival, but let me check.
How would I know if I had a...
Oh, that's ranger. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry, that's
well
ranger.
then I got 16.
Okay. Let's see. So you got a 16 survival. Kronos, what was your roll?
It is a 27 for athletics. 18
We said
plus
for
9.
athletics. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
You
because
did
each
say
one
athletics,
has
right?
athletics, survival, or stealth. Because each one has a different DC depending on. Yeah. So. In Dis, you got a 33 for stealth. I'm assuming,
It
or
was,
what did
it
you?
was 18 plus... Yeah, 33. 18 plus 5 stealth.
Okay, that's what I thought. So stealth. Okay, and this
I went
affects like
with
what you
the one that
find
I-
or how you move. Okay. So 16 survival, athletics, and stealth. So landing, you guys aren't really detected by any of the wildlife. First, you guys actually happen to see things in the distance and scare things off. There's mostly small game. Most of the stuff here, it's kind of weird in this area. It has like a lizard-like aspect to it. Like it'll be like, you know, like you guys saw them kind of before, right? Like the monkeys, but they were like lizard-like monkeys. I think they you ran into them at one point, but they were like all turned into zombies by the flower. You see a lot of those things sort of in the area, and then you see at one point something that's kind of like a bear, but it's like a mix of a bear and like an alligator almost. It's got sort of this big maw on it, but it's walking similar to how a bear would, and it's got no long tail, but a small kind of thick tail for movement in the water, and it kind of like sees you, and as you guys move through, it sees the rest of you, and you know, kind of like takes off into like a little sort of body, a stream of river or whatever, and it kind of looks like it's going towards where your ship is actually, away from you.
Oh, by the way, before I leave, I tell the hamster to keep the ship locked up tight and safe.
Okay, I was getting to that. That's good. Good to know. So you say that before you leave, so he's not here with you guys. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I don't
Figure that's a
know
good
if he
idea.
can
Keep him out of
fight,
trouble,
so-
and that way we
yeah.
don't lose him.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's staying
and I
there.
reassure
Okay.
him that we will take him back to his dad
Yep.
and his
Okay.
brothers once we leave the planet.
Okay. So he just goes back to the cockpit, and you feel that he actually links up with the ship and is linked into the sensors, and he seems to be like watching.
Awesome.
And then
Yay.
your 16 survival, Bryn, you're sort of leading them. Kronos is keeping up perfectly fine, kind of helping you like watch the landscape, keep watch for anything dangerous. Kronos is kind of the one spotting the animals. And then there happens to be a spot, like everyone's moving, and you see off past these little 2 trees, there's like this weird, almost like a broken statue, and there's a little glint that you can see. There's definitely something metal in the statue that's broken. Sort of like almost like a bar for support in the middle, almost. Kind of what it looks like from a distance. But it's not completely off the path of where you're going, but it is sort of say like you're going towards Namgul's ship. It's like a deviation to the right slightly, so you would have to walk technically off path a little bit, but it's not like a trek away. You can see it clearly. It's just kind of hard to see through all the thick foliage.
Okay. So I'm gonna let Dis and Kronos know about it, and tell them that I would like to go look at that if they're good with continuing on.
Where is it on this map, or is it?
So you're not on this map yet.
Oh. Fine.
This is just out in the jungle.
I don't suppose Bionic Eye or Goggle can see anything more clearly on that statue.
So if you wanted to use True Sight, that would be one of the charges. But what it shows you right now with like the blind sight and the everything like that, no, you don't see anything like crazy. You can make just see what's your passive perception as now that it's been pointed out to you.
26.
26. Okay. Let's see. Notes. Okay, so you can see that it's definitely not a rod for support. With the 26, the detail you can see in it is that it's almost. It's definitely a staff of some kind. It looks like it's been put in here ceremonially because there's like a rag wrapped around it, and you can tell by the elven wrapping that it's ceremonial in some way, shape, or form, kind of burial like. So it was definitely in dedication to someone who died, from what you can see with the 26. But you don't know what it is other than some kind of rod or staff.
All right.
The stone that it's embedded in, can I see through it? With the goggles that I have?
Yes, with your specific goggles, with the X-ray vision, you can. It's not enough stone, and it's broken enough that you can kind of see through with the X-ray. You see that it's definitely a staff, and it's got just like a ceremonial cloth wrapped around it, and one end, when the statue is collapsed, has sort of come unwrapped, and that's what the glint is coming from. But it seems to be almost like just a rod, like a silver or platinum or some kind of metal rod. There doesn't seem to be too much detailing on it itself.
Is there any kind of magic emanating off of it? Is there any kind of field that I see?
So let me read real quick. Currently, no.
Is there anything my eye will do that Kronos' goggles won't do?
Yeah, the thing. I can't. Does your? I mean, he can't do psychic scream. He can't do the.
No. I meant sight-wise.
I don't think you have like the all-around vision, blind sight out to like ungodly levels. But Kronos has like X-ray vision, and I think you also have true sight, or is it just magical darkness?
Nope, just magical darkness, and I can see invisible creatures within 60 feet of me.
Then I'm going to spend a true sight.
Or ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
Okay, so you spend a true sight?
Yeah.
Or a charge to see. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing is, if he can see into the ethereal plane, that's what true sight is. Right?
No. True sight is what lets you see through illusions and anything that's meant to like trick your vision. You
Secret doors hidden by magic and can see into the ethereal plane out to a range of 120 feet is what it tells me. But I'll cast it. We'll see.
Well, say if you got if that's in the description, then it's probably some extra stuff. Unless that's in the spell for this, I haven't actually
that's
looked at
the true sight spell.
Oh yeah, then you can see into the ethereal plane too.
I'll cast it. We'll see.
But True Sight does a little more than just what Kronos' does, because you actually can see, like, if a dragon was standing there, shape changed as a person, you could see it's a dragon. But yeah, so when you do that and your elven eyes sort of focus in on the rod, you can start to see that there's definitely detailing on it. It's a magical staff. It's sort of like it has a powerful cantrip enchantment on it, so basically it shoots force. It's like a firebolt, but it's force damage, and it can just do that. It's the same way a maxed out cantrip, so it's 4d10 plus your charisma, and you have to have a charisma to wield this type of object, like this type of staff. And you think, judging by what you can see that's exposed, it's like you can store spells in it, but there might not be any if Kronos said there was no magic coming from it.
Oh, so they're an unstore. It's like an empty battery, is what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently, it's just a sort of weapon that can do magic damage. It's not necessarily emanating magic at the moment, 'cause it's empty.
So we can go get it?
I guess. Can I look for traps?
It's a
and
shiny.
stuff?
We have to.
Okay.
I know.
Yes, you can. So go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All
I
right.
saw the shiny.
It may be a very useful shiny.
It's like a shiny Pokemon.
14 plus 27.
27. You think it's in there pretty tight, and judging by the way it was wrapped and buried, that it probably has some kind of either curse or like elven curse or magical trap associated with it somewhere, but it's more fey in nature, so it's if you move it, then it's sort of like breaking a word or something like that. So the only way to do it was you'd have to try and
Can I
give me
dispel?
You can actually, yes, you can. What do you want to dispel? Because there's no magical effect emanating from the staff or the statue.
But you said that it has a trap. Right?
It's a burial like ritual that Dis is worried about. Not necessarily
Like a curse.
Yeah. It's not like a magical cast trap that's sitting on it. There's no runes or glyphs that you can get rid of. But you could dispel the effect, yes. You just would have to know what to dispel. So I would like Dis to give me a history check, and anyone else actually can too, but Dis has advantage on it for being an elf.
I don't think I'm going to get better than an 18, but we'll see. Yes, I will. So a nat 20.
For a total.
So 23.
I got to 4.
23?
Yeah.
I got to 7.
Okay.
We're
so-
like, hey, Kronos, how's your history? He's like, I don't know. And he's like, me either. And then Dis is like, well, from what I remember from my childhood. He just starts quoting everything. You're like, that, whatever that is. Go with that.
With the history check, there's 3 things you think that could have the curse on it. It could either be the staff itself, the statue, or the dressing that it was wrapped in. Your best guess, you think, is definitely the wrapping. So if you dispel the wrapping, the curse would be null and void. There would be no, it couldn't trigger.
All right. Well,
Aim for the gift wrap.
okay.
And in all seriousness, all sarcasm and joking aside, does this? You said that this looks kind of elvish. Any particular flavor?
This was a what? Sorry, I was looking.
Any
reading
particular
something.
flavor of elf?
Oh yes, this actually seems to be high elven in like the way it was made in the materials, but it seems to have been gifted to a wild elf. There is lots of wild elf like honorage on it, and it seems to be when you start looking at it that it was gifted as sort of like a ceremonial apology. The best you could tell.
My bad, have a staff. Okay.
Kinda. Something along those lines, maybe.
Why would the high elves want to say sorry to the wild elves?
Bryn, you're doing Dispel, right?
Yeah. What do I
So
gotta
I
do?
need... It's plus wisdom. It's plus what your wisdom is, so I think 6. And then go ahead and roll a d20. I need to look up this.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay, good. That's good to know, because that beats a 9th level spell. So...
Yay! Good
So-
job,
I might
babe.
have done a good.
Yeah.
I might have maybe done a good.
If the wrapping was what was cursed, you definitely dispelled it.
Yay!
If the wrapping is what was... Very well put, sir.
All right. I don't like this. All right. I'll be the guinea
Look,
pig.
I was gonna say I've been cursed before. I can always be the one to grab it.
No. We spent entirely too long getting you uncursed. Not dealing with that
I mean-
fucking box again.
Look, I offered.
Mothra was fun, but no.
Also, I don't think the staff is going to fit in the box.
It could. Just fold it.
It's gonna be the stripper pole all over again. Or the shit demon. Alright, I approach the staff. I say my prayers.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Are you gonna clairvoyance it or augury it?
Well, I can't clairvoyance. Because I've already done that. I mean, I can augury, and it'll just tell me if it's a good or a bad result. It's not going to tell me more than that.
Yeah, you can do that. No?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. I touch it.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
Like nice, cool, like slick metallic surface.
You see me grab onto the staff, and I'm like, I'm all like, like leaning away as far away as I can, and like grimacing, like, yeah. And then when nothing happens, I just open one eye and kind of look around. I'll like pat down my body with my other hand, like, okay, still here. Give it a little tug.
Give me an athletics check. The
It's
staff
so
and the
tiny.
statue.
It's so tiny. Rolled a 9, so plus 3,
Yes.
so 12.
Kind of give it a little tug. Give it a little more of a tug, and the arms start to flex a little bit, and then the brow focuses. It doesn't seem to want to move. It's in there tight.
All right, can I try again?
I mean, yeah, you can. Just taking time.
Wait, so you're doing this with strength?
Yeah,
It's an athletic check,
14.
14 total.
Yeah.
You see Dis in front of you, Bryn, just on the 100% on the struggle bus right now. Focused brow goes to sweaty brow. One
Okay,
leg goes
fuck
up on the
this.
statue.
Can I give it a go? I'm just saying.
yeah.
I turn and yell, no, no.
You're gonna be so mad
Okay.
when you fucking.
Can I enhance ability for you at least?
No.
Like,
No.
okay.
Oh, has to be a willing creature.
Yep. Sure does.
No.
Keep being a little bitch. That's fine.
Ha! All right, so a 23, because I now have advantage on strength checks because I cast enlarge on myself.
So they tried one more time, and then that's what you dropped the advantage. Okay, so I've got this. I'm fine. As you grow a little bit and your foot's kind of on the statue, you grow and just kind of like kick the statue over and it crumbles as you're holding the staff and just kind of like yoink it up out. No problem.
I feel like you didn't have to go that.
It was a 15 DC.
That's amazing.
I just flex. Ugh.
The staff looks really small, but it's
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm twice as tall now. I look down at Bryn. I take the staff in both hands, kind of like, two open hands face up, laying across the palms, and I just say, "Your staff, madam."
You got so dangerously close to me raffle stomping you because of what you could have said and what most people would have said.
What is your charisma dis?
20.
Okay. As you grab the staff and yoink it up and you start to present it, you can see where you're grabbing. It sort of starts to glow and up like all the different art on it starts to glow in the line work. This sort of like white arcane light that emanates from it. But also you can see the rest of the story on the staff if you want to investigate and look to see what it is.
Sure.
It's essentially, like I said, it's a sorry for basically essentially killing and wiping out your people. It's sort of like when you start to read it, you get flashbacks of the story that the Wild Elves told you when the elves came and took Kirby's body. You can't help but not see that. And then some of the flashback that you saw from when you were in the temple for the first time, downloading some of the ancient elven history of them constantly fighting. But this seems to be from that time period. Yeah, it's like that when that ended and they sort of moved to the peace before the moon blew up and restarted everything. Yeah, it was sort of like at the end of that time period. It seems to be a peace offering, and at some point may have had a healing spell stored in it, but now no longer has been expended. You also you said you handed it to Bryn, right?
Well, you know what? Before I hand it to Bryn, I'm going to cast Identify.
It is basically essentially a staff of storing, and then it can also cast Radiant Bolt, which is essentially a Diablo spell from Diablo 1.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just like a Holy Bolt. Holy Bolt. 4d10 damage plus your charisma modifier. And it seems that it's based on someone's charisma who uses it. You don't think another type of caster could use it, so it was made for sorcerers, paladins, shit like that.
Isn't what's Kirby?
Clerics are wisdom. He's a artificer, so he actually can hack any magic weapon. I think artificers can get around all that shit, if I'm not mistaken.
Kirby, what's your
give it enough time, I'm sure.
Kronos, what's your charisma? It's 20, right?
20, yeah. I has a +5.
Whatever, I'm charismatic as fuck.
What is your charisma, Bryn?
18.
But yeah, you all can use it. It needs a 13 to use, so you're all good. Anyone who wants it can use it. And anyone can store the spell in it. So Kronos, you could store a spell in there today, and then tomorrow get your spell back, and that spell will still be in the staff.
Oh, by identifying it, does it tell me how many charges of spells this thing can hold?
No, it holds a spell.
1.
But it can hold up to a 9th level spell. So that means that if you want to put 9 first level spells in there, you can. But it's basically it can hold a 9th
9
level
spell levels worth of spells.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? I could charge this thing with my Psychic Scream, which is a 9th level spell.
So that's not cast from normal spell casting, so you actually can't do that. That comes from a
Son of
magic
a
item.
bitch!
You have to be a caster that puts it in it. So you can cast some of your magic in there, but not magic from another magic item. Sorry. Wah, wah.
No, you're not. Don't you lie.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not sorry. There's already enough of
At all.
a bunch of stuff going around. People are good.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think
You're all already way too fucking powerful.
I don't think any of us
I'm-
have a desperate need for this thing, so I'm going to put it in our sack, and we'll deal with this later.
There's nothing you want to put in there right now?
Of a spell?
Yeah. I don't know. Kronos has got spells. I just want to make sure that you guys don't want to like put some of your uses in there. Just not giving you the chance.
We
I
haven't
mean-
rested after the last fight we were in,
I could
so
put a banishment in there.
can you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm just saying.
I forgot
You could fill
we
it
haven't
with
rested.
I didn't.
Well, I
haven't-
know.
we haven't
No,
rested.
none of us did. I forgot.
Nope. Yeah.
Fuck.
How are your slots, big man?
I mean, I got a few left.
And slot.
So if you
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
put
the seriously, the pact thing and the bard definitely help out in that regard.
so
Go
if
ahead.
you put something into this staff, is it like casting it and then it'll just hold on to it? And so
Yeah.
I would go down
You
now and then I would rest and get it back and it would still be in there.
Yes, correct. You have to use but then like let's say for instance you put something in there and then you guys need to use it. You still can use it from the staff, so it's not like it's wasted. You just would have to have
Right.
the staff on you. If anything, yeah. So it's up to you.
Well,
But let's see.
I don't know what you guys think would be the most useful. I just know that I can. Like one of my best spells that I have is banishment, and I could always put that in there, and then if we came across something that was kind of kicking our ass, then we
Seems
could,
like as good a plan as any.
Okay.
all right.
I mean, I don't know what.
No.
I can't think of anything else that we would. Unless
Well,
we suddenly
you put
come
a-
across something that we need to
if you-
banish from this plane of reality.
Let's say also if you put a spirit shroud in there, that would be just lingering in there too. And then someone else could cast a spirit shroud.
I hand
Oh,
the
okay,
staff
I see
to
what
Bryn.
I see what you mean by okay. So it basically becomes like okay, I got you.
So it's like a one-time use thing.
Right.
Well,
Wouldn't necessarily
so
need to be
what-
the same
what-
person that cast it
Right,
in order to
exactly.
be able to
what level
use
is what level is Spirit Shroud?
Third, I think, or second,
yeah.
second or third
Then couldn't we put both in? Banishment's only 4th level.
today. So that'd be 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we do
And
that?
then you could, and then you could pop a third in there. And we got invisibility? No, I'm just kidding.
I got darkness.
Darkness.
Oh wait, that's not coming from a regular magic. Well, do racial abilities count?
That would count. It's racial spell casting, yeah.
Okay.
I also have enhanceability. If you wanted to use it up. So if you did Spirit Shroud, Banishment, and enhanceability.
So are
Okay.
you sure you guys want to do all this before we go find out what the fuck happened to Dom?
Yeah, we should definitely completely drain ourselves before we.
Yeah,
It's not,
like
it wouldn't hold
You
up.
would still have
It
the
wouldn't-
staff, yeah.
I was gonna say it's not gonna drain us because we still have the staff, so you can still use them all. But then
Whoever
if
has
we
the staff.
rest,
I put my darkness in it.
what level is that?
Second. It will still fit with your third and your
Yeah.
fourth.
Okay.
Yep. There's
So then-
8 levels
then
of
let's
spells.
just
I
have-
got them written down.
No, that should be 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 9,
2, 3, and
9,
4.
2, yeah, 2, 3, 4.
All right, cool. So that's the thing is it's not like it would make sense to always have something in the staff, to always have things stored in the staff because
a
then
fucking teleportation spell would always be handy to have in there.
Yeah, well, I don't have one of those, so.
It's a 7th level spell though.
well, it's
Yeah,
it's up to you.
I did have one.
Well, how about we go with what we got now,
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna go
then
scout while they figure the rest of this out. I've done my part.
Okay, so
We'll just go with what we got, and then you'll still have teleportation if we need it.
yeah, because you didn't have to use it in Persine. So you should still have like I think all of
Luke?
your.
What?
Do you still have your teleportation, or have you used it?
Right?
No, I used that a long time ago. No.
Okay, so you haven't. So you
Okay.
haven't rested
Yeah,
since.
no,
then.
we
Okay.
have not. We have not rested. No.
Okay,
Okay.
well then we'll just go with what we got for now, and then later.
I was
we
just
can
going over the spell list
reevaluate.
and thinking about which ones have been clutch for us in the past, and that's why I said teleportation. But yeah, no, I'm good with what we're rolling with right now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go scout ahead.
So with the 33 from the check and getting no failures, you.
By the way, I've released
quick-
my concentration, so I'm not an 11-foot tall dark elf trying to move silently through the forest.
Nice.
Chicken.
You managed to
Shut
get
up,
to
Tiny.
Namgol's ship. It's much smaller than the gunship. It seems that you just kind of like sort of came down through the canopy. You can see like the scratches and shit up on the side. It's definitely locked up. And kind of when you scanned it earlier, there's no life signs in there.
Well,
Okay.
It's not my dog. It ain't in there.
Can I call back to the gunship and ask where there are life signs, preferably of a Namgolg around here?
Preferably of a Namgolg.
Of an Omegol variety.
I scan for
So-
Persian.
Give me a... Oh, yeah, so you're the one that's connected with the ship. So give me a persuasion check.
13 persuasion? Hold
Mhm.
on. Persuasion plus 10.
Plus 10. Okay,
20.
so 23. Oh, 33. No, 23.
93.
53.
So,
42.
you after a little time, you can get on in your neural HUD and stuff that you have. You get a little ping on the map. There is all kinds of life signs. You get the wildlife that pings. It's definitely flush with that. This is a hot zone for life. But there's like humanoid pings that are actually relatively close by. There's a good amount of them. Some of them seem to be like maybe gnomes or something, like a little small cluster. But then there's other humanoids that seem like elves or humans or orcs or something. There's like 4 of them. And there's also... Oh yeah, those wouldn't show up as life signs.
Okay.
Gotta keep you guessing.
Let me.
There could always be
Let me-
something in the way. No, but it's in that cluster mound that you saw before. There's definitely like a structure built into that mound, and that's where
Okay.
you get the pings from the ship when Whisper sends them back to you.
Okay. We're gonna head that. I'm going to head that way.
Well,
Like,
I'm
does he live
clearly-
underneath this mound or something like that?
I don't know.
Well, proceed with
It-
caution.
He didn't give you his street address, did he?
No. I don't, I felt pretty certain he didn't want to see us again. Ever.
As you say that, Dis, you're sort of kind of like, looking ahead, talking. You can see, before you get to where you are on this map, there's sort of almost like this weird, kind of like a light. It's almost like an ambiance. Dis, you would know it's kind of like the Feywild, where it's like playing with light. The sky sort of changes when you step into this area. And it almost gets hard to see from the opening of the cave. It's almost like there's an intense light coming from the mouth of the cave that you can't see into, and as that light comes out into the forest, it sort of starts to blind you. It's not magical darkness.
Just regular darkness.
It's not darkness at all. It's just a weird light or ambiance that is emanating from the mouth of this cave system or structure.
Okay. Keep in mind my true sight will be up for an hour.
Interesting. It's an hour long. So I have to look at something real quick. There's an effect here. I think you would see through it. Okay, no. You see through this. This isn't magical because it's technically light. It's really there, so yeah, it's not like an illusion thing. You're still immune to any charm effects or anything, though. So if it's Fey, you shouldn't have to worry too bad.
All right. Keep going.
So with your passive, you can't really see, but if you want to try and see through the light in the cave and look directly at it, you can. Or you can look away and sort of approach it and try and walk up to it, like with your eyes kind of diverted from it, but still kind of using your peripheral vision to move. How do you approach? And you guys, Kronos, as you guys step in, you can see Dis sort of walk ahead and put their arm up and kind of like,
I
start
can just
moving
close
forward.
my eyes and watch forward. I have blind sight.
Okay, yeah, so you just close your eyes and start moving forward. When you close your eyes, it just seems like a normal forest. All of the sort of like weirdness and Fey-like attributes that you saw are no longer there. It just seems like a forest. You kind of like tune all that out when you close your eyes. Go ahead and give me isn't it 90? Is it 90 feet now? Your blind sight, or is it 100? 120?
On my character sheet, it says 90 or 60, but I don't know. Let me
think-
look at the item.
Yeah. I mean, 60 is still enough to move around. I just wasn't curious exactly how far it saw, because you might get a bunch of information.
You know what? I don't think that this is from the item. I think this is a... Well, it has to be, because my racial is blind sense.
Yeah. Blind sight should be from the item. I'll look right now. But anyway, real quick, can you let's see. Actually, you're good where you're at. Okay, interesting. So yeah, as you move forward, it basically begins to seem like normal terrain. The cave sort of opens up in front of you, and you can start to hear as you get closer this sort of muffled sound. It sounds kind of like the sounds all around you, but it's almost like you're approaching, like when you like cross the plains into the Fey realm. It's just almost like this weird bubble that's about to pop. You feel like if you keep walking forward, you're gonna be in another plane. Is the way it feels to you with your eyes closed.
I mean, this is telepathically, whatever, on the network. Do we really like this guy?
He's useful.
Yeah, I mean, we are here, and he might have the last dog.
You just keep saying that.
I mean, that's. He also
Babe.
is useful.
Yes, dear.
He might have my dog.
Well, I would like to thank Kronos for reminding you of that fact twice now.
Are you going to deny me my dog?
Remind me to get you back for this, Kronos.
Okay.
Kronos, I wouldn't remind
I'll remind you to thank me when she doesn't, airlock you for forgetting
Dang.
about the dog later. So
Your
I'm
passive.
going-
let's call it even, huh?
Good point.
I'm gonna feed those cats the nastiest thing I can possibly find, and then just lock them in your van. You started to say what, Joe?
With your passive stealth, so you don't even have to roll. I just rolled for them to see if they beat your passive. If they did, I would have had you roll, but they couldn't beat your passive. So, yeah, you don't have to roll a stealth. But do you continue forward, knowing that you're about to like pop that bubble?
What do I know about the dangers of crossing into another plane?
I mean, there's all kinds of dangers. You could get lost there if you wander too far away from the portal and the portal closes. Assuming that's what this is what it feels like to you, to the best of your knowledge.
Kronos, you can get us out of this, right? I walk forward with the words "I blame you" as the last thing I say before I move.
So you get "I blame you." ...
Loss of signal.
As you cross over, that muffled sound becomes clear, and you can hear and smell completely different. This acrid smell, almost acidic. When you take breaths, it kind of like burns a little bit. You can hear all kinds of voices. You can hear some weird, almost dog-like sounds, but it's hard to make out exactly what that sound is. And you can hear these little voices every now and then like splashes, kind of. But the splashes are weird and viscous. They're like instead of like it's like.
They're like googly
Somebody's pouring
boogly.
corn syrup.
Yeah. And you can kind of sense where the people are with your blind sense, and you can move yourself up into the mouth of the cage. Just move yourself, and I'll try to tell you where stuff if I can see it.
I have no idea which direction to go on this thing.
Towards the cave mouth. So as soon as you're sort of right there, that first area, that's when it popped, and now you can hear all that. You can hear like the three ways and all this sound sort of coming from them. The most silent way, because you have your eyes closed, is the north path. You can sense this sort of winding staircase that goes down deeper in, and then you can hear people talking in like sort of the back of the structure. You can't sense them though, because I think you're just out of the range.
I'm
and
going
then as
to.
you're sort of,
have
Go ahead.
either of them followed me in here yet?
I was just gonna ask,
Yeah.
how do
We've
you
been
guys?
gone for a little while. We should probably follow along.
How do you follow along? Because what you saw is Dis walk forward and it basically become a slit of a silhouette. Like the light was basically like drowning out the silhouette almost, and then you got that last message, and then the silhouette just completely vanished. So do you guys approach, not looking, with your eyes closed? Because I think Kronos, you have those goggles or whatever, but I don't think Bryn has any blind sight or anything from being a barbarian.
I do not. I just go like this. I'm like, is it okay?
Why don't you
Just
grab
grab
onto?
a hold of my shoulder
Yeah,
since I have the goggles?
that's probably a better idea.
Okay.
And just
Grab his ponytail. Grab his
So
mohawk.
you use the blind sight from the goggles and sort of slowly step towards where you last sensed Dis. Dis, you kind of stop and try to try to get a connection. There's nothing comes through, and then all of a sudden the link connects as they sort of stumble forward. They both have their eyes closed, and Kronos just like got Bryn behind her, holding her hand, and they kind of like come through the portal. And when you look, I don't know, you haven't opened your eyes yet, so I don't know if you want to here.
Does it seem safe to do so?
I don't know, you sensed, like I said, everything seems normal with blind sight. Your eyes are closed. That's
Okay.
what you can sense.
I'm going to gently, carefully, slowly open my eyes and see if I'm
Okay.
blinded.
Open
No,
one
but-
eye. You're like,
But
How
there
about
is
I open the eye I can't close. How about that?
a... You can technically close it. It's like a little, neural shut-off switch. Damp night mode. But yeah, so as you kind of like peep that eye open, there's this sort of red darkness in the area around from that one eye. But you do see almost like Terminator. But it's, you don't see anything crazy. But as they pop into existence, it's almost like they just appear in a forest. The forest behind kind of looks normal, but maybe a little more overgrown than it was before. But it seems kind of to be the same, and there's no like strange light or anything like that.
Okay, the second they come through, I'm going to say freeze.
We stop.
And then
Okay.
I'm going to come over and find a way to mark that spot.
2, 9, 1. God, mother. So you're marking the spot with like some kind of like. How are you doing that?
How long does this last? Oh, it's concentration. Damn it. Does it seem like it would be better to use magic to do this, or like mundane means?
You think with the nature of the Fae, magic would probably stick a little longer than anything you just set or mark.
What if I shoved a silver arrow into the ground? Oh wait, Fae aren't silver, Fae are steel, right?
No, it's cold steel. Yeah, it's cold steel. Or cold iron, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, iron.
I set a cookie down.
Thanks, babe. That'll do it.
As you like
Definitely.
kind of turn to walk away, Bryn, like confident in the cookie, you see vines and flowers sort of move up and slowly grab the cookie and start to pull it down into the grass below, and the grass sort of just eats it.
You know what? I have 10 iron spikes. I'm going to shove one into the ground right where they stepped out.
Okay, that works. It doesn't seem to move.
Does the ground around it have any reaction to me shoving iron into it?
Not much more than normal ground.
Okay. Not much more than normal ground.
It lets out a oh.
It just goes consent.
I'll push the spike in a little further.
Oh no.
All right. I'm going to go. I'm going to direct my party. I must gather my party before venturing forth to the north passage. I'm also going to send my shadow a little bit ahead.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. And I'm going to be careful of traps.
Okay, so give me an investigation check.
Ha! Oh. It wasn't a 19, it was a 14. 27.
27. Something about this is screaming trap. The way it goes down into a big room and then down, you have a feeling that somewhere in that room there's definitely some sort of entrapment device or murder device. You don't know for sure, but it just seems like a little kill zone, something about it.
Can I have my
It
shadow
doesn't-
wiggle around in there?
Like go do the hokey pokey.
As
Yeah.
you kind of go into the trance to actually look through your shadow companion, you sort of walk around that room, and as you look down, you can see that the rocks and stuff that are there, there's no dirt under them. It's actually like it's a tunnel that goes down, and that there's a sort of warm air coming from there, like almost piping out of there. Every now and then, it's not like a constant like blow, but every now and then it'll be like a little gust of air that comes out, and just from the way the room is, you can kind of tell that it's like nasty air. You're not there to smell it, but you wouldn't want to be.
This is a mouth.
Sorry.
This is a mouth or a butthole. Either way.
Gross.
You said there were 3 ways?
Mm-hmm. In the middle way, I said it sounds like there's people talking in the back. It's sort of echoing around, and then the one down, you kind of hear the small voices and the weird dog-like sounds that you think might be dogs, maybe.
I mean, I can cross this. My 90-foot BAMF, I can take one person, right?
Nope.
Can I cast frostbite?
You
On
can.
what?
Yeah.
Freeze it. I don't
Should I
know.
cross it before you cast?
So when you go in there, it does just look like a room with a little rock pile on the ground. But you can tell that under that rock pile, there's definitely a hole hidden under there.
Well, that is untoward.
I'm gonna have my shadow continue on through here to see.
The way since you got that high on the trap check, and this isn't a typical trap, I will still sort of give you the information. The fact that your shadow moved through here and didn't trigger the trap because you were pushing on stuff. You have a sense that maybe the trigger is living, being alive, or something along those lines.
Do I get a sense of how far I need to go before that trap is not trappy anymore?
You think it's that room.
Okay.
You also get a weird sense from the green slime next to you that's undulating.
God, it better be worth this. All right. What is it? 5, 10. Are these 5? How big are these squares?
Yeah, these are 5. These are
All right,
normal.
so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's just call this 30. Am I still getting that nasty sense?
No, you're pretty sure that the kill box is that little room, because it could be, it's a little kill zone. That's the sense you got from that area. But there's definitely not a visible trap that has been constructed in any way. It's not a magical trap. So you do know that. It's just something in there's like waiting.
All right. I'm going to tell the guys to wait
graboid.
there. And I'm going to go
Can I
from
throw a rock at the other rocks?
here to here.
You can. Do you do that?
I was asking this.
Oh.
You can do anything you want now that I'm not directly on top of it.
What do you think, Kronos?
I'm thinking that I might just cast invisibility on myself and check out either the middle room or the bottom room, or the
Cool, I'll stand here and be
way.
bait.
Say again.
I said, cool, I'll stand here and be bait.
I'm scouting ahead, guys. I'll be back.
Okay.
So Kronos,
I
you said
don't
you're
throw any
casting.
rocks.
Yes.
You're casting invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so disc goes in that way. Go ahead and scroll down, and Kronos is going down, not
Yeah.
the same one. As you get there, you can definitely hear the same thing Dis heard as you get that close. You can hear the little voices in there, chit-chatting, and some weird, like, almost whimpering, but like gurgling, kind of like almost like yapping at times sounds, but they're kind of strange and odd. And then these little voices talking, and you could swear you've heard these little voices before. So I need all of it in this. You can hear them too. Bryn, are you just literally standing right there, or are you kind of like going with Kronos, or are you going towards the middle cave? Are you moving at all, or?
No, I'm just gonna stay right where I was.
Where were you?
I don't know.
Here,
Where'd you have
here.
me?
Right. Yeah, about right there.
Fine.
Just leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Kronos,
Never
your
mind.
history.
You got access.
I just kind of grip Axie a little bit. I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah, Kronos and Dis can make history checks then.
18 plus, I think it's 3. 3.
Okay, so 21.
22.
So
21.
18
29.
plus 3 is 21.
Shut up.
19 plus 3. 22.
Not counting
22.
today.
That's 22. So with the 22 and the 21, you guys, in your head, as you hear the voices talking and talking, you remember the little lava gnomes from the
gosh.
gorge. The way they're talking and meat every now and then. And you're like, oh, fuck, I remember these little fuckers.
God damn it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No. We're not getting more pets.
But you said you're invisible, right? So if you want, go ahead and make me a stealth check, but you have advantage, and these guys have disadvantage on the check that they're rolling, which is even, they're going to probably roll even worse now. Oh, a nat 20 and a 13, so they actually rolled pretty good, but I had to take the 13. Oh.
I like hearing your excitement for Nat
19.
20 just to go, I have to take the lower one.
Uh,
Nat 20, oh.
It's on my dice that looks like a D.
Night.
It's really cool.
Nah. It was 19 plus what, Kronos?
No, just 19.
19,
Oh.
yeah. So that beats. So yeah, you don't think that they notice you move up to the mouth of the cave. You feel pretty confident in your ability to skulk.
Well, I'm all yeah. And I got the ring of silence step on as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you can't double up on advantage. So you're already,
Obviously, yeah.
yeah. But your ring only gives you advantage. It doesn't necessarily give them disadvantage. The invisibility is awesome because it actually gives them disadvantage too. So it makes it
okay.
doubly better.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean that. Yeah.
That's
I
nice.
don't want anything to see me. All right. So I guess I will just as slowly as possibly move forward so I can see. You know.
Okay. So you get
I
that
start playing
first little.
tic-tac-toe.
You get around that first little ridge, and you spot, I believe they were white and black, right, Bryn? Your hellhounds, the undead ones. There was a white one and a black one, I believe. But you do see the
I have a
two.
white one and a green one, but...
Oh, is it green? Okay, so then you see two of the
black and green, and then chalk white with red eyes.
Okay, so then you see those two hellhounds in cages with these little sort of they don't look the same. They kind of almost look I don't know, like they've been it's hard to say overgrown. They haven't been like keeping themselves up. They're just sort of magma boiling out of them now, and it's like, you know, built up and become like rocky, and so they got like little spikes on them and some like all this like black charred armor looking kind of formations from the magma on them. So they look a little bulkier, but they're not much bigger. But yeah, that's what you see when you round the corner.
Does Kronos let me know this?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna
God.
send that back to you.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna start making my way over there then.
She came in like a wrecking ball.
Pretty much.
Let's remove 40.
Yeah.
All right.
I go up to Kronos. I don't go past him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, Brent.
Make sure you stomp as hard as possible.
Now they roll low. They rolled a 7 and a 4, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
It's fine because I rolled a 1.
Oh shit. Okay. So as you tell that to Bryn, you guys
10.
both kind of. Oh no, you got a 10 total.
Yeah, it's plus 9. I just
Oh, then
rolled a
yeah, you're
1.
good. So you
Okay.
beat them. Okay, because they got a 7 and a 4 total.
Oh, thank goodness.
They have plus 0 to their fucking wisdom and their
They were
perception.
too
Fuck
busy
for that
yelling at
plus
each other,
9 for spell.
slapping each other.
I just come running up and Kronos is like, the fuck? You're like,
Oh yeah, I do need to do
You
one
can't
more.
you can't see me, but I'm like, you get this message in your head. Shh! What the fuck are you doing?
and I'm just like stopped. I'm like,
Stompy! God damn!
This.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move the map over just a little bit. You see, you know, when you kind of come up to that side, and as you were doing your rounds down that side, Kronos was coming around and saw them. As you come out to that side, Bryn kind of stalks across the mouth of the cave and over to that side. Kronos, the Magmen, don't seem to notice you guys at all. You guys seem to have the upper hand. Dis, hunched over the undulating slime, you can see shapes moving around in the slime.
Beware the undulating
and they-
green slime.
They look like similar shapes to the little voices that were talking. They're sort of like little humanoid figures swimming around in there. You see, there is a overgrown wild elf with these horns, and it's actually got like minotaur like, or not minotaur, I mean satyr like legs that go down, and it's sort of like grabbing some of the slime up in its hand and just sort of like lapping it up out of the palm, and it kind of like looks up to the side, and some of the slime like sticking to its whiskers sort of like flicks on the wall next to it, and you can see it begins to burn the wall, and then just sort of stops and turns into just like the crust that you see everywhere. And it's looking down that path where Bryn walked up, and you can see it's like cocked that way, and it looks like it. The way its body language is, it looks like it might start just moving that way. But at this moment, you guys still sort of initiative hasn't kicked off. So if you guys want, we can go ahead and roll that now, since there is a little bit of awareness happening. But they don't know; they're just suspicious. That was another nat 20. Yeah. Let's see.
19 for initiative.
19.
Can I cast a
So-
spell before initiative hits?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited I have advantage. I rolled an 18 and then a 20. Yay!
Nice.
And so I got 24 total. Yay!
24 total of 9. For your Inish. Bryn. Kronos?
19.
19? Okay.
And before we kick off, be right back.
Yeah. No worries.
Ooh, I'm gonna go get a drink. 'Cause I just
22.
finished mine.
22. Oh, so Bryn's actually first.
Well, she has advantage on initiative, so
I know, but still, you have like a plus 90 million, so I mean,
10.
Yeah. I'm fucking excited about this. I don't have to worry about the dogs anymore. That's it. You guys finally found him. It was funny though, because you called that Namgog was going to find him, and I was like, fuck, now I got to change up how I'm going to do that. And then you guys befriended Namgog, and I was like, fuck, that changes my other plans. So like this plan kept changing because you kept interacting with Namgog. Yeah. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to kidnap him. As a DM. No, I'm just kidding. But because you told him to look for them, and so he was like going out and kind of looking around, but he was
Little afraid that I might kill him if he didn't find them.
that, and also he convinced himself he was looking for more like wreckage and stuff, because there is some stuff he was gonna eventually look at, but he kind of got nabbed as soon as he landed.
By the way, in case you were wondering, the spell I cast before initiative started was haste.
Okay, that's fine. So you have a concentration spell up. So
Yes.
Yeah.
For 10 rounds, anyway.
Yeah. Or until you take damage and lose it, or drop it. So first is actually Bryn. Oh, they go so 20, so that's me, that, and Blair's in the same.
I mean,
Remember that, and I forget. Okay.
BFG or
Jesus Christ. Do you want to melt your dogs? We just found your dogs.
oh, it's true. They're right by him. I forgot.
Yeah.
No, he's over here. There's,
you
there's
could
a
walk
wall
around to the
here.
mouth of the cave and just make him eat the barrel.
Okay, but wait, where are the dogs? I thought they were with these little.
Yeah, the dogs
They're
are with
directly
these little-
under those little magmen in a cage. The magmen are sitting on top of the cage.
Okay. Okay. Arms. I know.
Wait, was this map too big? Like
There's no
file-wise?
like.
That's fine.
There's no like.
I mean, I appreciate the detail. It's a cool map.
Well, I just noticed that
There's
the things
no
weren't blurry.
fire, right?
You noticed that
so-
things weren't blurry?
Yeah.
There.
There's the pixels. No. What do you mean by no fire? There's
I'm
no
asking.
fire.
There's no like non-magical fire around.
I mean, just the magmen, but they're like magical creatures. But
Yeah, so that doesn't work.
you know.
See, I'm sure Kronos has a lighter.
I mean, Yeah, I've always got a lighter.
What do you need the fire for?
I was thinking of doing a control flames to lure them away from the cage, as in, like, if there were a little fire or something, and I could make it look like the vague form of a creature.
Yeah, unfortunately, this place needs to be like coated in this like gunk,
Yeah.
dry, crusty.
That's
gunk.
not gonna work.
There's spooge everywhere.
Yeah,
Gross.
sure.
Kirby, we found the source of your people.
Can I cast frostbite on one of them?
Yes, you can.
That sounds like fun. So, what do I actually have to do? They just have to do a Constitution saving.
It depends. What does the spell say? Does it say that they have to do a Constitution saving throw, or do you make an
I believe
attack?
so. Attack save is con 19.
And you said
That's
you're
what it
using what
says.
spell?
Frostbite.
Frost ray. Oh, frostbite.
Frostbite.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you said frost ray. Okay, so they gotta
I'll
make a
have something
save.
happen.
No, they don't make the save, and
Ha.
so this is all frost damage or cold damage, which I believe yes. Okay, now let's look at this, and that just happens, I believe. Sick. Okay.
So, when it says when you reach 5th level, 11th level, and 17th level, that's just our actual levels, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's just your level.
So-
yeah. So
So then it's
Three-
3d6 damage that
Yep.
they take.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's.
and if they survive, what it's like I think they can't move, or so they have less movement or something maybe, or disadvantage or some
The
shit.
target must
Disadvantage
make a
on the next
Constitution saving
weapon.
throw. On a failed save, the target takes the cold damage and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll
Oh.
it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, so weapon attacks, so like melee weapons and shit. Okay.
18.
Well, that was annoying.
What'd you get?
My 3d6 was 1, 2, and 3. So 6.
Yeah, but it's
Total.
cold damage, so doubled to 12, which kills them because they have 9 hit points.
Yay!
When you hit it with the frost beam, you see this strange reaction. It like you sort of step out and shoot it, and it looks down at its chest and back up at you, and starts to like claw at its chest. It's like it doesn't freeze. There's just have you ever dropped let's say an ice cube in a deep fryer? And you sort of hit
No,
it.
that's a bad idea. Don't do that.
I always fuck with my friends at work, like the new guys who are there. I always pretend like I'm retarded, and I'm like, and I'll like do creme brulees, and after you do creme brulees, you have like a pan of boiling water that's like a sheet tray of boiling water, or whatever, or not sheet tray, but a
Right.
hotel pan. And I'll be like, hey guys, we just pour the excess water, the hot water in the fryer, right? It's already hot. And like one guy like thought I was serious, and his eyes got so fucking wide, and he started like shaking. It was fucking great. Yeah. Anyway.
Horrible.
Until urine ran out of his pant leg.
Yeah, I can be pretty convincing when I'm walking towards the fryer with a hotel pan full of boiling water. But yeah, so
That's what
as
we're doing
you
this right.
you sort of hit this little magman with the beam, and it just starts to all turn to steam, and there's a sort of pop, and then a little rush of fire afterwards. And can you look up your hellhound? I believe they're immune to fire.
Ooh,
So I think they're good. They're in your notes or whatever, wherever you're like they should be anyway.
Probably
I
in your
have-
extras.
Extras,
Okay.
yeah. The last thingy in your tabs on your sheet. That's where like the ships and animals and shit should be.
Yeah, so I don't see. I have a star medium fiend. Is that it?
No.
Yeah, it's a heck puppy. Those are right here. Immune to fire, yes.
Its name is Star? That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
There's
it's
an
immune to
asterisk.
fire. And it's undead, so it just has some extra benefits. So cool, yeah. It's still a fire monster. Dope. Okay, so cool. I don't have to worry about that. As that
And
happens...
that was a cantrip.
Yeah. So, but that is your action still. And it's not an attack, so it does take like your whole action to do that. So, as that explodes, the cage underneath that the dog is in sort of blows up with it, and the dog sort of shakes, looks up, and kind of like looks back, and then as it sees Bryn, both the dogs start just like moving and getting happy, and this one just starts running that way on initiative 20.
Yeah.
That dog is freed.
We don't go, puppy.
You have used your action. You still have your bonus action if you want to rage or anything like that, and move.
So bonus action, I guess I could just throw Axie, but not deal the fire, right?
What do you mean?
Like just a...
So I believe your thing is for Great Weapon Master, so that's only when you kill something with Axie in an attack action. So you have to do it's during when you're making your attacks. That was a spell, and they made a save, so it wasn't even an attack, let alone a weapon attack. So you don't get the like extra enemy on your bonus action or extra attack.
Well then I'll rage.
Okay, and then if you're staying there and not moving, that goes to Dis.
All right. So the ugly thing that was bent over is this thing, yes?
Yeah, that's the only one you notice that seems to have taken effect originally, but now its body language is changed a little bit. It heard that explosion and seems to know something's wrong. So it's definitely going to do something a little more than it was before. And there's the ones behind seem to be taking notice. And since you're kind of like peeking around that corner, you can kind of see line of sight. So yeah, if you peek all the way around, you can see Namgold is actually back there, all tied up. He's got all these like ropes across him with all these stakes sort of like pinning him to the ground.
For the first part of my action, I'm just going to talk to my party through the telepathic link. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Other than rescuing Namgolg and getting the puppies, we don't necessarily need to kill everything in here, right?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna rescue Namgolg, free the other puppy.
All right.
Done.
On my bonus
Well,
action.
Soon.
On my bonus action, I'm going to bamf 90 feet. To there.
For your movement.
I'm going to use my last charge of my 500-foot teleport, which I can take someone with me.
Hold on. That's a spell you're casting. There are, I think, at least 2, possibly 3 things that can cast counterspell on you. So, just real quick.
So, hold your nuts.
Let's see what that is.
Do they have to perceive me first?
You literally just teleported in behind them.
Behind them,
You
yeah.
went, poof.
I don't know if that was as sneaky as you were hoping.
Yeah, so these 2 back here, their peripheral vision would catch you just appearing. So that one that was up looking over was the one that was kind of investigating. These 2 were kind of doing stuff back here. You popped into the one that's looking right at you. His vision. You didn't ask where they were looking. So, I mean, I don't know how they're supposed to not notice you appear into existence, just to clarify. The one that's up by the slime doesn't notice you. Okay. So that's a 13 plus 4, so 17 beats the level of the spell. There is no dimension door that goes off. So you try to teleport, and that one so goes, flicks her hands, and poof, cancels the magical effect.
Shit.
Then I'm going to attack.
Yep.
And let's see here.
Why'd we split the party again?
Because it's fun.
Oops. technically,
Shit was
I
going
was
to kick
waiting
off
to
sooner rather than later anyway, so.
Look, we found puppy. I had to get my puppy.
Exactly. And we found Namgog.
Yes. See, I got Bane. I need Astrid now. Astrid's the real ugly looking one.
But you're
I
just
named-
the same.
I named her Astrid because it means beautiful. I'm trying to reverse the way she feels about herself, so she's got a little bit more confidence.
Hey, Woodrow, can I...
Beware the undulating green slime.
Woodrow, can I assume that the Dark Sanguine Bowcaster I don't actually have, despite it being on my sheet for the last 3 sessions?
It's the
Because
same.
I
it's
haven't
essentially
gotten...
Yeah, you haven't gotten the Darkwood, but it's the same weapon. I just renamed it, so it hasn't changed. I
Okay.
don't think.
Well,
I can remember.
it actually has. You've increased the charges on it, but I'll just pretend you haven't. Because it had 11 charges on it when I first got it, and now it looks like it's linked to my level.
No, it's linked to your level. It's always been linked to your level. That's the whole point of the Sanguine Bow, because you use your hit dice, remember? So however many hit dice you have is how many charges the bow has.
Oh, I've been using it as 11, despite not being level 11 for a long time. All right.
Helps if you pay attention to what's on the sheet.
No, it was locked at 11 for a long time.
Well, when I first gave it to you, I described it and how you'd have to tell me that we'd have to go in and change it and remind me, but it's okay. We all forget things. So.
All right, I'm
the
going
same amount as you
to
die.
use my sniper rifle then. All right, so let's see here. What's their reach? Wait, do I see arms on these things?
They're elongated and like large creatures. It looks like they have a 10-foot reach.
Okay, so I do not want to get any closer to them. Have they both noticed me or just one at this point?
So that one has noticed you and cast the spell. The other one seems to have noticed that and turned around and notices you too. This one up here,
Alright, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
This one looks closer to me, so I'm going to shoot that one. The bottom of the
Yeah.
three.
yeah.
Plus on this thing.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then it's necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's
42.
eating your blood. 42.
No. This is the sniper rifle.
Oh, gotcha. No, it's not necrotic. It's piercing. It has to be necrotic because you can't make fucking like normal, like change the actual damage of weapons and shit. So I had to use the antimatter gun. So it's not necrotic damage.
Okay.
It's piercing. You said 42?
Correct.
Okay. And the bullet doesn't seem to pierce. It seems to hit them in the chest and stop. Seems to have resisted the non-magical damage. Some of it, not all of it.
And
And then...
what's the
you have
cycle
your-
rate on this weapon, by the way?
So, it's semi-automatic, so you have your attacks and your hasted attack or whatever, but you don't have your bonus action and your movement because you use those.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the weapon would cycle within the time of the second attack. So I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, it's a semi-automatic, just like a Barrett or just like any other semi-automatic rifle. And it's loading with a magazine like a Barrett. So I think it's like 5 rounds. And you've already shot 1 and then now another from the previous.
Okay.
So this would make it 3.
33.
Woo! Damage or
And
to hit? That's a.
I'm sorry, the to hit was a 26. The damage
that
was a
hits.
33.
So all of a sudden, you guys hear, I'm going to get Nam Golg and teleport out. You guys get the dog, and all of a sudden you hear, just going up, echoing through the cave. And then you have your hasted
that went about
attack
as well as
still.
I expected.
New plan. Is it still up?
Yes.
Then I'm shooting it again.
So then from wherever your shadow is off in the distance, we'll say, because that's where it comes from, it's just fucking another magic sniper bullet made a shadow.
25
To hit or damage?
to hit.
Okay, that hits, yeah.
38 damage.
38 damage. That, I think, does actually put it down to... Yeah, that's over 70. Yep, okay. Over 70... Oh, wait, that's... Yeah, that puts it down. Sorry. I started looking at different monster things. They have more than 70 hit points, but that actually still kills them. And then... That one is down. You can delete it, and you have all 3 attacks, movement bonus. So then it goes to witches. One's down, and that's... Good. Layer actions too. So one of the witches initiates a layer action, which is just kind of the layer doing its own thing. You can go ahead and there's a folder on there that you can now make visible.
Oh, hold on.
And there's another one right above, I believe, too. It's that one that all those are in, yeah. Yeah, that one right there. Boom. They all sort of pop up out of the liquid as she initiates the layer action, and the slime begins to undulate and move, and then turns back to look to see what's behind. So I need you. Let's see. They have. That's their bonus action, and then they can. So. Wait, I'm just double checking to make sure that you don't make saves. It just happens. I think when you hex something. Yep. Okay. So you feel the shadows cling to you in a way you've actually kind of never felt before. Because I don't think Kronos has ever hexed you, and I don't think you've ever been hexed by a warlock necessarily. Maybe you have, but the shadows definitely cling to you in a hostile way. And then
Jesus.
What is the spell? Yes, so there's only 2 of them. That one. You see the one standing by the liquid sort of sits there and sort of moves her hands in a weird way and like sort of across her chest and then down to her side, and there's this sort of like dark aura that begins to emanate from her. The other one is going to... where did it go? Oh, that's that one. Why did it... Oh, it just shut on me. That's why. I was looking at the magnet again. Why is it doing that? Okay. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. And Non-Gold needs to make one too. Okay.
15.
15. So you and Namgold both take half of 52. Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. Let me. Sorry, 32, not 52. I was like, 52 is the wrong number. 32, half of 32, which is 16.
16.
Yeah, so 16 necrotic damage goes through to you and Namgold. As a circle of death opens up around you guys, and sort of where you're standing on that lip of the little ground right there, sort of a dark rune opens up and just like blasts you with necrotic energy. The other one seems to hold their action. Then it is actually Kronos, your turn.
All right. Well, Bryn, question. I'm still invisible. I have yet to move or do anything, so I'm still invisible. Do you want to take care of the little lava shit, and should I go back up this? See if I can get to them.
Sure.
You don't seem too sure.
It should be fine. As long as the other ones in that room don't come around the corner. It'll still be fine.
By the way, Woodrow,
Mm-hmm.
I rolled to keep my concentration up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Oh, you're welcome. If you're going the half the damage, or 10, whichever is higher,
It's
Yeah,
would be 10.
I
Yeah, you
think-
just got to beat a 10 for that.
Oh, I thought it would be. I got a 16. So
No, so it's half the damage. You took 16, which would be 8. So 10 would technically be what you need to make.
oh, okay. Wow, that's really forgiving.
Yeah, you only took 16 because you only took half damage initially, so
Right.
it made that even easier. So
Luke, you're good if you want to go back around, and I'll just when I get this other dog, meet up with you, and then I'll have my 2 hellhounds and me. Worst case scenario, my hellhounds can fight with me.
Okay. I was actually going to press forward.
Oh. How is that? How does that? Yeah, I guess that works. Does that just loop
I mean,
around?
I'm still technically invisible. I can use a little bit of my movement and peek around the corner to see what's.
Yeah. If you want to go that way, then yeah.
Okay.
Just
I
tell
don't
me
think
where to
I can
move you.
get across. I can't get across the slime.
There's a bridge. that
Oh.
I
you
want to
can't
peek
see.
around the corner and look forward to see what's down the cave.
a bridge over some slime, but to the left, real quick, is some those little magmen. They don't seem to notice you.
These.
They seem more focused on the tunnel. They are focused on the tunnel you're coming from, but they're like kind of like talking to each other, still looking confused. It doesn't look like they see you come around the corner, but they are concerned with what's going on around the corner. So they are technically looking at you, but their body language says they don't know you're there.
They're looking through you.
Through you, yeah.
You're invisible. And they don't know you're there.
Yeah.
Each one of these squares is how much?
5.
5.
5. Yeah.
I've moved you 2 so far.
You moved me 2 squares. You said?
Yeah,
Mhm.
to get up to this lip.
All right. Then I guess I should be able to get to like the mouth of the cave right there, right before the bridge. Then with my full movement. Yes.
What's your movement? 30 or 40?
60.
Jesus. All right,
You
so
can move
5,
more than both of us.
10, 15,
15.
20, 25.
Well, that would be 15, and then it would be 10, so it would be 25, because there's 2 diagonals, right?
Hold on. You started here. 5, 10, 15,
15. Oh, yeah, no, you're right, yeah.
20, 25, 30,
30.
40.
40, yeah, that would be where it doubled. And then it would be a 5, so 45, or 55, or whatever it was.
This is 45, that's 50, that's
50.
55.
Son of a
Nice.
bitch.
And
Okay,
60
so I can
would
get
either
to right
be
there.
60 would be either here or here, but not here.
Okay.
Your choice.
I think I'll stay right there. Actually.
Okay. All right, so that's
That's your
60.
movement.
Yes. And do I see what do I see in front of me? What do I see
With your
in
goggles and knowledge, you see 2 hex witches, basically. They're definitely delving in the same magics you've kind of delved with, because you look over at Dis and you can see a hex, well, multiple hex spells sort of like dancing with Dis, fighting with Dis's shadow, and Dis normally has control of their shadow. Namgol, you can see, is kind of zonked out on the floor. You can't tell by what, how, or the state he's in really, but he's just, there's all these like ropes and stakes holding him down, almost like Gulliver's Travels or whatever. But yeah, these are 2 hex witches that are large in size, elongated form. They seem to be like part animal almost, with horns, but they were at one point wild elves, probably, maybe, the way they look.
Probably, maybe.
Yep. Mostly.
Mostly.
And then a dead one right
Yeah.
here with 3 big smoking craters in it.
Yep, that one too.
And okay.
With
So
one hole.
as
in
a would I be able to use a reaction if I like walking in to be able like could I use counter spell?
What? So no, because someone has to trigger it by casting a spell.
Okay.
The spell's already cast. You could dispel them, but not counterspell them.
I don't think I have this spell. I think I have counter spell. Okay. So
Shay
that has to
does.
be in the act.
It's in the staff.
Who has
Okay.
the staff,
No, wait.
Shay? Bryn?
It isn't in the staff. Banishment is in the staff.
Oh.
You cast dispel on the curse, remember?
I did. To get the staff.
This is
That's how I
why.
got us
This
stuff.
is why you drain resources, people.
Yes.
You're supposed to have a bunch of encounters before you rest anyway. Normally, you're supposed to have like 4 or 5 encounters before you rest.
Yep.
You guys have had the luxury of being having a spaceship and being able to rest whenever you want.
Excuse me, all those barbarians. It was like 7 sessions in a row that we were fighting in that valley.
And the dragon and the beholder.
It's
and
fine.
the-
It's fine. It was fine.
Yeah, it's great.
Good. So good.
Perfect.
No problem. Easy peasy.
See, it's possible to kill you. It just takes a lot of effort.
Then I think I'm gonna go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my my arcane tattoo, the projectile blast. It says make a melee spell attack against the target.
A
Hits.
melee spell attack?
That's what it
That's weird.
says,
I know, it just sounds funny.
right?
Because it's a spell attack and something probably...
1d10 piercing damage.
Is that a
creature
spell
large or
attack that like bitch slaps?
What's the range on that?
A melee.
It's not actually a melee attack. It's supposed to be a ranged spell attack, but it just made me laugh because it said melee spell attack. So what you like?
Okay.
I'm just reading it.
No, I know. It's just funny because like
Some
the bullet
person-
does touch them.
It's playing.
And if the creature is large or smaller, you push the creature up to 10 feet away from you.
And what is this from? This is your arcane tattoo.
Yeah, the projectile one. So it'll be
And if it's what-
3d10 if I hit.
And it says if they're medium or large, smaller, or large or smaller.
Large or smaller.
Nice, good to know.
Yeah.
It's been playing. I guess you just couldn't hear it. I turned it up
It
in
was-
the mix.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
low.
real quiet for a while.
It was elevator battle music.
Right.
This is suspense.
Yeah.
I'll target the one that was over by the slime.
Okay. And what was your attack?
It's 10, 24.
That hits.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure, actually, what are your pluses? As long as you don't roll a 1, I think you hit. They have a 12 AC, because they haven't been able to cast Mage
Yeah,
Armor.
it's a plus 10 to hit.
Yeah. And they thought they had the upper hand because it was one person, maybe 2, and now they're like, oh, fuck. Or they're about to find out, because the whole round's
There
about
are
to go by again.
You done fucked around. Now you about to
We-
find out.
To them, the main player of the game has come to take their folly, and they won't let that happen.
They think they won't let that happen. I mean, they don't have to let it happen. Doesn't mean it
18
isn't
total
happening.
damage.
18 total damage?
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
And that is a magic thing, so that actually all goes through. 18. And you can move them 10 feet kind of backwards. Well, they'll just get moved into that wall and kind of back into the slime as they step back.
Which one?
That guy, the one that is highlighted, just move them back into the wall because they moved straight back. So it's kind of like right there, technically. Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and throw my Hexblade's curse on that one.
Too loud.
Asshole.
You throw Hexblade's Curse on that one?
Yeah, the one I just
Okay. Okay, so you do your action, your movement, your bonus, boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Yep.
Hexblade's Curse is on it, and then it goes back up to Bryn. Or no, sorry, back to the Magmans. Sorry. So you come invisible. Shit. This is... Okay. They move... How far?
Whole lot of shit
This
just happened.
This is gonna be mean. I'm so sorry, Kronos. Remember, it's the witches. It's not me.
Yeah.
So blame Woodrow is what I just heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard
It's
it
all Woodrow's
clearly.
fault.
All the Magmen that can are gonna move 60 feet, double movement, towards Kronos.
Fuck.
So if they can pin him in there and surround him, which he picked the perfect spot to be for this, because he is nice. So 2 can technically fit in behind him. Yeah, 2 can fit in behind. And then 3 technically can fit up and around if they can make it there. The rest of them will try to pile in, so I'll move them all as close as they can get. But
Alright.
and who speaks Elven?
I do.
Okay, I just want to make. Is this Kronos to you?
No.
Okay.
Fuck.
Wait, even the one that I was about to attack?
Yep.
He
They
said
got
all
bait.
of them. I don't think they had
Was
the movement
one-
to
was-
get all the way over there.
They did.
They have 60.
20,
They double moved.
25, 30, 35,
Just so you're aware, Kronos,
45,
you can't
50,
you
55.
you can't move through enemy squares
Yeah.
So
unless
you're
you can
stuck.
teleport, obviously.
Yeah.
But here's the good thing: that one that was holding his action, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, Kronos, as well as all those little guys that explode when they die. So
Welcome to the
17
party.
plus 6
Pat.
is 17 plus 6 is 23. Is
Correct.
that right?
23. Okay, so
Yeah.
you will take half, and I gotta look at what 9th level is real quick.
904 damage.
Look, use that
No.
20 charisma, charm them.
6, 7 plus 3. Okay.
Dance sexy.
11,
Oh yeah.
21, 31,
Tricky sixum.
41, 46, halved.
23.
23.
23.
You take 23 necrotic damage, Kronos. And I need you to make me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's 10.
1, 2, 3. What's 10?
There's 10 guys.
No, it's
around.
not. It's not all of them. It's not all of them. I gotta count to see who's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7. I need you to make me 7 dexterity saving throws and tell me the numbers for each one.
They're all trying to get up your butt.
All right. Come
on,
on,
Kronos.
plus 8. Don't fail me now. All right, first one.
You ever want to shoot the gasoline tanks in a video game? I do.
Did they all say blue rhino on
first
the
one
side?
is a 19. 8
19.
plus 11.
Okay.
Second one. 8 plus 8 is a 16.
16.
Total. All right, third one is another 8 plus an 8, so 16.
Yay. Okay.
All right, fourth one is a 15 plus 8.
Okay.
23? Did I do that right? 15 plus 8?
Yep.
Okay.
23.
Well, you confused
So
me
it's
'cause
four?
you said 15 so confidently. I thought that's what it was, but yep, we got it. 23. 3 more.
Okay, so that's an 11. A 3
Ooh,
plus an
okay.
8. So, yeah.
I'm waiting for you to roll a 1.
Shut up, Sai.
Nope, that's a 17. You don't get it. 17 plus
One
8.
more. He might.
That was 25.
And the last one is 19.
Oh, come on.
So there's only
Plus-
one.
Cenobite dice, they love me.
One low
Okay,
one.
so you actually had no failures because the DC I didn't raise. I did raise the damage by 1 die, but
Holy shit.
the DC was actually 11 on these little dudes. Okay.
Oh, Kronos!
I mean, luckily for the decks, I have a +8. So I mean,
6,
holy shit.
14.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use your sheet, Bryn. Sorry for the digital dice.
It's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4. There's so much shit going on here right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that was that bad.
There should only be
There's
3
one,
left, right, Si?
I'm working on it.
Oh, they all died. They all died.
Oh, because they weren't in range, but it was a chain reaction of blowing up. Got it.
Well, the circle of death that hit them is a 60-foot radius, and it was centered on Kronos to make sure. Not centered on Kronos, but let's see. Let me count it out real quick. I think because they put it so it wouldn't hit them, so it's.
I mean, they
back.
were all 15, like within like 15 to 20
Oh,
square feet of each other. So
Yeah, they're
no matter where it
toast,
was
but I'm
centered, they were 5.
Double checking for non-gold real quick because it was put here at the point, so that's 5,
Kronos backflips for a mile out of harm's way.
25.
King Leek shows up, wants to know who's dead. So far, no one, except for my hellhounds, but they were already dead,
So far, no one, but I've tried.
undead.
Um.
And I don't know if you saw that, Dis.
Okay.
I did. You can't make me.
So half of 46 again.
Alone.
It's 23.
Yeah.
So 23
So,
damage again.
That's
That's not
23
bad.
damage again. Yeah, it's 23 necrotic damage and 23
That's not
fire
bad.
damage.
That's not bad. We can work with that. Oh, what are you doing?
But you
Si?
took the necrotic already from that first Constitution save, so it would be a total of the 46 or whatever.
Did
you
they
get
form a
that? Did you get that,
circular
Kronos?
firing squad?
A total of 46?
Yeah, so it's 23 of it was necrotic, and then 23 of it was fire, in case that matters for anything. I don't
Okay.
remember if it does.
No, I don't believe I have any resistances.
Okay. So yeah, it's 46 total
weak
damage.
So 46 total. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. That's 69 damage you've taken so far.
That is really
And-
not bad.
And
That
you
could have been way
heard
worse.
in Elvish,
Wait. Before we go on, the two numbers, what were they again? Because I already put in the first number, the necrotic.
So
What
just
was
do
the second
23
number?
again.
yeah,
Just
another
23
23
again.
fire.
All right. Thank you. All right.
What you heard in Elven before that spell went off was, now be good little children and die for me.
Ew.
That's mean.
That was very
then-
weird.
Rude.
It goes back to Bryn, though, because that was held action.
So I'm clearly gonna go and get
Clearly.
my dog
Most.
out
can-
of the cage.
If you want, as a interaction with an object as part of your movement, you could just walk by and swing your axe and like break the pin, the door off or whatever, and let your
Yeah.
dog out. And you could just be interacting with an object, so it's just your movement that you're using.
Okay. Yeah, I'm moving over towards Kronos.
Some person, they
What's your
formed
movement?
a circle of death around me,
40.
and they forget that I'm the master of the pit.
Oh, yes. Some person, I think you were the one who asked about the little mini, like, gnome people. Well, we found them, and now they've all been murdered.
They tried to murder
Tying
me.
up those loose ends.
Yeah.
That's as far as you can get, babe.
And you can move through Kronos' space if you decide to double move.
If you decide to pop out and just go, yeah, and not attack.
Well, one, you're a tank, so that would actually be smart. And two, it would put you there for the beginning of next round, so you could use one movement and get to them and begin attacking instead of using your movement next round and not getting anywhere. So
And
that's
don't
why.
forget your raging, so hit the thing on your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I imagine I would have done that as part of my walking and getting my dog. I would have punch that thing on my chest just to shock me again. Be like, all right, let's do this fucking.
I
shit.
imagine you just hit it when you rage. You just hit it when you rage, and it's just, you know what I mean? Just boom, boom.
Yeah, just
Man,
wait
just
for it to just go again. Yeah, double move me because what else?
Where do you want to end up?
How far can I get?
Do you want to start moving up? You got another 20 feet.
You could hop down behind those rocks and take cover, the ones that are kind of to the north, if you wanted to
That's
take
what
some
I
cover
was
instead of-
thinking.
instead of
Yeah.
standing up on that ledge.
15, 20, 25.
Yeah,
Like I did. I mean, I couldn't actually get off the ledge with that.
Yeah, you couldn't move anymore, so
That works.
you got as much cover as you could.
Yeah.
So you have a +2 to your AC if they try to do anything ranged against you. So remind me if I like shoot a spell at you or something that's an attack.
Okay.
Then double movement, bonus action. I don't think there's anything. So dis. Cool.
Yay. So you said I have 2 more bullets in this thing?
Yes, correct. Before you have to use a bonus action to reload. Or an action. You could use an action if you want to, but I would that to be a waste unless you had to, for some reason. But you are hasted. You do have an extra action. Whoa.
So these guys are like 25 feet from me, right?
15 technically.
Oh, that's
The
it.
first one
Okay.
is the first one is 15. Yeah, the other one is
the one that's
25.
partially in the goo.
And the goo does not seem to be affecting them.
Of course
Over
it wouldn't. Why would it?
Well, I mean, he was drinking it earlier.
Yeah.
It's really gross. Like he's bathing in it and he's drinking it. It's disgusting. It's like drinking dirty
Probably
bathwater.
tripping
I
his
hope,
balls off. of it.
hope he understands that.
33 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Goo.
You're shooting the one closest to you?
I'm actually going to use my bow twice and then my rifle.
You're
Wait,
shooting the one closest to you.
you're gonna put down your rifle, pull out your bow, shoot a bunch of times, then pull out your rifle again.
Fine, I'll do
Bestowing
my
in-
rifle twice. My
I will
rifle
still-
twice.
It just
Does
seems
it have a
so-
strap?
Yes.
Okay.
It just seems so weird to be like, okay, I pull out my bow now, shoot, and then I pull this back. I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of movement.
Extra movement.
Then I'll use my
Start-
movement
start-
to do it too.
Start dipping into that haste.
33.
Yep. You hit him almost 3 times.
My next attack, my last attack, before I have to reload, is a nat 20 to hit.
So that's gonna be 12d8.
Thank you. So, 1, 2, 4. And it's just double the dice, not double the plus, correct?
Yeah.
55.
Ooh. So again, the bullet doesn't pierce, but it like slams into it. Definitely does a lot of damage.
So is this one still alive after 88 damage? Do I need to shoot again?
After 88 damage.
Yeah, 55 plus 33 for the 2 shots.
So, like I said, it's taking half damage because it's got thick skin. So you did 27, and the 33 would be halved as well for 16.
16.
So yes, he's still alive.
All right, and how long does it take
We
to
need
reload?
to talk.
A bonus action.
We need
Can
to
I
talk
spend
about
my
the fact
bonus?
that he's still alive.
Yeah, you can spend your bonus, pop another clip in, and then go ahead and use your extra hasted action to attack.
All right. 17. So 24 to hit. Another 32, so 16.
So 59 damage total then.
And that's it, correct?
Yeah, and you're pretty sure that you broke 3 of its ribs.
And my shoulder.
Yeah, you're definitely kind of like, I like the bow more. Ow. Now you got pretty good strength, right? What's your strength?
16.
Yeah, you're fine. 13 maybe. What's your con? Like a 22 or some shit?
16.
I get that same vibe, Matrix. So yeah, 16 again. Okay. And then, okay. Interesting. I need to make some saves real quick. Another 3 saves. And the damage that was used in my save, so half it again. We'll do, I'll even up it, so 14. Okay. So those two make it. All right, sick, cool. Sorry, I had to do that because I wanted to make sure that
You good?
they still had their spell. The other one didn't cast it. The other one that had a spell is dead, so I don't have to worry about those ones. And okay, so now the bonus action comes. I need you to make me and this is not a charm, just so we can get that right now. This is actually part of the hex ability. You're not being charmed, you're more like being puppeted. Like against your will with the shadow. Let's see, it is...
Consent!
Yeah. Again, we come back around to consent and how it's super important. Let's see. I think it's 30
We
feet.
need to talk.
Bonus action, blah, blah, yes. So I need you to make me a charisma saving throw. It's charisma saving
nice.
throw. So, yeah.
17 plus
Lack
6.
of consent around here.
17 plus 6. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're good. You feel the shadow trying to make you walk into the ooze. But seeing that doesn't work, they're out of their circle of death. So...
I chuckle under my breath and say, the shadows work for me.
You see the big one turn around. Behind it is a table with these 3 sort of brightly glowing orbs. And you see it... Yeah, that one. It sort of looks at you. What?
Go ahead. I was gonna say there are 4 orbs.
So it sort of turns around, seeing that the spell effect had no effect, and that you actually may be formidable enemies. So as its last ditch effort, it is going to break one. Yes, I have to make a check. It's going to break one of the crystal orbs. 18 on the die is going to do it. It sort of smashes one down, and as it breaks, you feel a weird pressure change, and then it is the next witch. They start talking. They start talking in Abyssal. Anyone here speak Abyssal?
No.
No? Okay.
Fuck it. First level spell. No, I can't.
It's not your turn. So the second witch moves over to the table and breaks another one of the orbs. Okay. Same thing, sort of like a strange pressure change in the atmosphere. All right. That goes actually to Kronos.
Kill it. Kill them all.
We need to get out of here now, or we might get stuck here.
Ooh.
Hey, extraction is your all's specialty, not mine. Mine is big holes and fire.
No.
Terrible sigh.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
It's my turn.
Yours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we were all waiting for you.
Yeah, we definitely need to grab non-gold and get the fuck out of here if we can.
All on you, big boy.
Right. Don't have much in the way of teleportation, but
They dispel it anyway.
more than likely.
If they have reactions, they had an ability to cast counterspell, yes.
think that he's saying that they may not have any more.
Am I?
Maybe.
Well, that's great, but I don't really
Potentially.
have much in the way of teleportation anyway, so...
But you held on to one for us. Oh no, that was Cesaria. Fuck.
Fuck it. I'll attack with the necrotic this time. The crackle.
You don't got any gold?
Nope.
I mean, if they deal necrotic damage, I feel like that might not.
They do deal necrotic damage, don't they? Alright, I'll stick with the
They did
projectile. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot the one that is
So you have your hex. You know you only get one shot with that. You know you can attack twice with your hex weapon, and you have one of them hexed. You could get to them and make 2 attacks with your scythe.
oh,
The
okay.
projectile is only. You saw how much damage it did in the last one, and it's only one thing, and it uses your whole action. So I'm just saying
Right.
that's in terms of damage output. You
Fair
don't
enough.
think that will do it as fast.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll just run up and get up in its grill, the one that I hexed.
Which one is that? This one?
Remember, you
Yeah,
crit on
other one.
19 to 20 with your hex weapon when they're hexed,
That's right. Okay.
and you get 2 attacks.
So first attack. So that is a 21 to hit. Yeah, 21 to hit.
For
10
hits.
plus 11. 21. Plus 6. 16.
By the way, Woodrow, I'm just keeping track here.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so 10 plus another 11, so 21 damage.
21 damage,
First
and
attack.
that's with the extra hex damage and everything?
Yeah, that's with the
Yeah,
extra
okay.
hex damage. And then second attack.
You said 21, you said right?
21, yes.
Okay, so that is just enough that puts them at 80 to drop it. The first attack drops the one that had taken. Or wait, which one are you attacking again? You're attacking that one. Sorry, that's
This
the one
one.
that I thought Sai. Yeah, I thought Sai was attacking them. So that goes
Yeah.
21 to this. 21 to 18. Then let me take this away. So that is 19, 39 damage. There you go. So yeah, that one is still up.
Alright, and then second attack. It's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Six plus six is 12, plus another 5 is 17 damage. Was that one? Yeah, another 17 damage.
56. Nice. Okay. So that is a little bit of the movement. You actually still have a lot of movement left, and you have your bonus action still. I think you have 45 or 35.
Let's see. Let's use branding smite as a bonus action then. The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with an astral radiance as you strike. The attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible if it's invisible. The target sheds a dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends.
So that would happen on your next weapon attack.
Yep.
I would have to cast that ahead of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Well, I guess I'll just leave that as. The Spirit Shroud, do I get to choose which one it is, or is it always necrotic for me?
You get to choose when you cast it, I believe.
Okay. Then I'll cast the radiant damage. I'll cast the Spirit Shroud with radiant then as my bonus action.
As your bonus action? Okay.
Yeah.
And you still have 35, or 35 movement, I think. If you want to use it. If you want to stay right there, that's cool too. Just let me know.
No, let's actually move back. Anywhere where there's some cover, if there is any cover that I can get to.
You can kind of pin in behind Bryn, or in the square that's like right on the other side of her next, up against the ridge somewhere. Yeah, back in there, that's fine. Kind of like pinned in behind her. Cool.
Something going on in that corner?
Survival?
And then Bryn.
Alright, so they're both still up.
Mm-hmm.
If I fire a BFG, is it gonna fuck us with those crystals?
Give me a. Oh, well, you've seen it devour a ship, so I mean, that's your call.
Yes. It will fuck it up.
Well, I don't know what I can do that isn't going to potentially fuck us.
You could
Because
move an
a
attack.
fireball.
You can always
Huh?
throw your axe.
Yeah, I can, but I've got fire damage, so it's not gonna do much.
Well, these don't seem to be fire like the Magman. These are
Okay.
made flesh and hair.
Alright, well. And yeah, let's do that shit.
Which one?
Throwing
No, I meant which enemy.
the one closest to me. Uh, 26.
26 hits. Within 20, so they're actually they're both within easy throw range. Whoa.
Stranger Things vibe just totally kicked in hard just now.
So 13 plus 12 fire damage, 25 total.
25 and you're raging, right?
Yeah.
That's with
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
No, I didn't
25.
add in the rage, so the rage is what, another 3. So it'd be 16 plus 12 fire damage.
Yeah, 28.
So there were 8. Oh, boom, that one goes down.
Awesome.
Yay!
The axe comes back to you.
Next one.
Alright.
$16 to hit.
16 hits, they have 12 AC, so.
Good luck.
$16 damage plus 12 fire damage, exactly the fucking same.
Okay. And this one had more damage done to it, so that actually drops that one too.
Yay!
You still have movement and a bonus action, but the threat seems to not be around.
Gone.
So it's out of initiative, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And there's still 2 orbs left on the altar.
I'm gonna
Walk up and take a look at the orbs.
And what information does your goggles give you about magic items? Is it automatically? You can cast Identify, I know that. Whoa, you grab.
Let's see.
That should have been locked.
It was until I fucked with the
Objects,
color.
Ethereal creatures and objects. Are they ethereal in any way? I mean, obviously they're magic, and I'm guessing that they are keeping that portal open.
Yeah, so they're not ethereal in nature, but there's a bindingness that actually they have an ethereal like presence to them, but they're definitely here. But it seems to be piercing the ethereal realm, like that veil, and
Yeah.
because this isn't the Fae. When you're looking at those orbs and kind of like looking around, this just definitely doesn't seem to be the Fae realm. It's kind of like a weird, odd mimicry, kind of almost Shadowfell-ish, Fae-ish, but it's like a demi-plane in between. It's like a created little pocket cave that these witches may have made as their little coven alcove. So you are in another plane of existence. It's just not any one of the major ones.
It's a little pocket.
Yep.
I feel like we should probably leave these here, make sure that they don't get destroyed. Otherwise, we may not be able to get out of this cave.
While Bren
I mean-
deals with Namgolg, I'm gonna go over here. Are they affixed to this table, or are they just sitting on the table?
They're sitting on the table. They seem to be what's like keeping this demi-plane connected to this this plane of existence and like open.
How about if we
This is
take
what
one?
happens if we walk them out the front door.
Now, how about if we take one with us and then just leave it at the front door? I don't like leaving the magical nuclear weapon sitting on a table with our backs turned to it. Is my
Kronos, hearing magical nuclear weapon makes you really, really laugh because this is barely a nuclear weapon. It's
Barely.
it's barely a crystal ball. It's literally just a door. It's a doorway. The key that's keeping it open.
Yeah.
All its only function.
No, my point is that I don't want to leave it behind us. I want
Alright,
to
well,
drop it before we
then
walk through it.
We can
I
grab
will
them,
take
we
one.
can- Okay.
Okay. So you're taking both of them and leaving one. And I'm assuming you are the one grabbing them and holding them?
Sure.
Okay. I just...
I thought there were only two left.
Yeah, there is. You said there's
Yes.
two. You said you're taking one, and then you're grabbing one and leaving it at the door, so therefore you have to grab both of them. Correct.
No, that was
No.
all the same thing.
Leaving one on the table, taking one
with
to
us.
the front door.
To the front door.
So
And
even
then
if that
leaving.
one on the table gets damaged, we still have the last one.
Yes. So we
Oh,
can
okay.
guarantee we make
I
it
thought you were
out.
saying you were taking one with you, but you're still touching them and manipulating them. Okay, so one of them. Okay. You make sure.
Bryn, is Namgolg awake yet?
Doesn't seem to be.
Slap him.
Is there anything behind them?
No.
Okay.
No, just a cable.
Anything on the witches?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Ooh. 25.
25. So as Dis immediately starts
19.
picking through the dead bodies, and Kronos goes, and starts going through one of the dead bodies. You guys do find, I don't remember how I measured the components last time. I think I'm going to do it by gold this time. But you guys basically find 2,000 gold worth of spell components, but none of them are diamonds. These people don't really bring people back using holy magic, but there is other gems. So if you have a spell that takes like so many gold worth of gems or whatever, you can take that out of a total of 2,000 that you find off of them of just random spell components. So look at your spells over the next, because we're basically about to end. Look at your spells, see what components you need. It's gonna suck, I know it's homework, but figure out what your spells need and we can get some components off him. But the rest of the cave seems to be just a gunk and nastiness.
Gross.
Splooge.
Yeah, basically.
Mostly.
Gross.
Yeah, they don't seem to be keeping any belongings or harvesting anything other than the stuff they used for their spells. Which may have been, Namgold may have been turned into some things.
Yeah.
Dis, one of the bones you pull off of one of them, of random pieces, like, you kind of are looking at the hellhounds and you notice that, like, oh shit, this looks like the rib that's poking out of that dog. It looks like it's like one of the ribs had been taken from the hellhounds and used.
Oh, that's horrible.
I hand it back to Bryn and say, you can put this back in.
I look at Astrid and I'm like, you want your bone back?
It just starts wagging its tail and looking at the bone in your hand.
Just hand it.
Takes it, starts gnawing on it.
That's so.
He doesn't need it. Clearly, Astrid is fine. Don't judge.
All right, let's go. Someone cut Namgold loose.
Oh, I thought I already had done that and just had him on my back.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here, guys.
Why can I not find a hag's eye, bro? This is making me mad. Doop. Give me a wisdom state. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys get back to Namgol's ship. Sort of waking Namgol up along the way. He sort of comes to. You guys are like shouldering him out. He's just like, where am I? Where am I? What's going on? Who are you? And he starts like pushing you guys away for a second until he realizes who you are. He's like, what happened?
I just have him like this, and so he's like freaking
over your
out.
shoulders.
I just kind of squeeze him a second. And he's like, fuck, it's that bitch. And, yep.
Yeah, so he starts
Good
like kind of
morning,
kicking
sunshine.
and squirming.
What the fuck was that noise?
That was me moving a box.
Oh, it sounded like a big wet fart.
That was me moving a box.
Wet fart. All right. What the hell are you doing here, Namgol?
Well, I was following the lead on the dogs. Wasn't really a lead, more so that the other ones you said, were found here too. So I figured the other ones would be somewhere in the jungle. I was kind of looking for just things, and I don't know. Last thing I remember, I was kind of just enjoying the scenery.
And
Nothing.
you happen to remember 3 witches?
What? No.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a fun story to tell you later.
Be a frightening story to tell you later.
No. What do you mean witches? What happened? What happened? And he starts getting like freaked out that you mentioned witches, and he kind of like starts looking back at the cave and like putting it all together a little bit. He's like, "Wait, did you find me in the? What was I doing in the cave? What?
Looks like you were about to be sacrificed.
He starts,
We saved you. Would
panicking.
you shut the fuck up now?
Well done.
We saved
Starts
you. You're
mumbling.
welcome.
We saved you. You're coming with us. Simple.
We're gonna save you again.
He
Let's
tries
make it out
to
of this universal
to
law.
ask you where his ship is, but by the time he figures out how to say the sentence, you guys are basically in sight of his ship. Seeing it, he kind of like goes, could you let me down?
I don't know. Could you walk like a big boy?
Promise to behave yourself.
Yeah, I'll behave. I can't get in any more trouble. You're here, right?
I wouldn't go that far. Have you met us?
I'd put him down.
Like a wee little baby.
He stumbles up to his ship, kind of opens it up. The awning that he has up when he sails sort of pops out, and he like grabs the side of his ship and unlocks a little thing and pulls out a chair that just sort of slides in the side of his ship. And he kind of like pops it down, and he's like, "Okay, I need a break. So are you gonna explain what happened? What's the plan? What's going on? I don't understand."
Someone's kidnapped you. when you got close to the dogs.
Looks like we're about to make a snack out of you.
We saved you.
When I got
We were
close to
looking-
the dogs.
I point to the 2 dogs that are with Bryn.
Oh, you found them. Nice.
I did, yes.
So, Persine has gone to shit. There's a huge warship over there. There's gunships all around. It's time to go. If you follow us... Go ahead.
So he just kind of goes pale green.
If you follow us, we will take you to a place of safety. Where you can regroup with a bunch of others, figure out what you want to do. Totally not get kidnapped again when the universe...
Did you say you said warship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big
warship.
Big
lasers.
guns go big boom.
Yeah. Let me just pack my things. And he sort of like picks up the chair, slides it right back in, closes the awning, and like gets on his ship like,
ready to go.
you just lead the way.
I'm gonna telepathically talk to the hamster and make sure nothing's around us.
No, coast needs to be clear.
All right, you guys up for a swim?
I mean,
I could always lift off and pick you up on the shore if you're lazy.
what I was gonna. I mean, what is the stealthiest way to get out of here? You know, just because there's nothing around us currently doesn't mean you know.
Flying low, keeping close to the trees, essentially.
Well,
Until you can
just
get on
saying,
the other,
we could
complete other side of the
hop
planet.
into Namgold's ship and then have Whisper pilot the battleship to us, and then we.
No.
Yeah.
Just saying. That way we don't have to walk all the way back over there. But whatever works.
Is it a ways between Namgold's ship and our pond?
It's not a super long trek. It's like, 15 minutes on foot. So a ship moving, no, it wouldn't take long at all.
I don't care.
Okay, so Whisper's piloting the ship, and you guys are using Namgold's ship. So that I will make 2 rolls. Okay. So you guys are kind of like chilling, getting on Namgold's ship. You look above, you can see that Whisper has got the gunship above you, just above the canopy, sort of like blowing it open with the engines. Are you guys just gonna go dock with the ship, get on it, and dip out? Have Namgold follow? Okay, cool. So Dis, go ahead and give me with advantage because you get Whisper and Kronos both on the ship. Piloting check.
A 2 and a 19, so I'm gonna go with a 19
Are you sure you don't want to go with the 2?
and have a 29.
29. Okay, good to know.
And we're gonna head towards the rendezvous point with Kronos' ship.
Okay, 29. You say?
I do say.
Okay.
I dare say.
All right. Heard. Yeah, so you guys basically start flying back around on the other side of the planet so you can get up into orbit without being spotted and go to rendezvous with Kronos' ship where Suzaria and the rest of the civilians are you rescued from Persine. And that is where we'll pick up next time. On Dice Times and Dudes. Yes.
Sweet. I got my puppies.
Yep,
You
all the puppies
did.
have been found. All
Yeah,
the
we
gnomes
found
have been
them.
murdered. Yep,
I
and
did it
the-
all.
Yes, you did. I was like, oh shit, I'm not ready.
That's okay.
Nice.
You're so pretty.
Oh, fuck off. Well,
That's the default statement for you didn't do anything useful. So you're so pretty.
good way to get cut. How'd you guys feel?
Good. I don't know that Namgold was worth all that. I'm going to just say that your
The
dog
puppies were.
keeping you happy is worth that. Namgold wasn't worth that.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck about
Nom
non-gold.
gold might be useful. Like gathering some more supplies before we, close this universe out. Just
We'll
saying.
see. We'll see. We put in the investment. We'll see if it pays off.
Well, I got my dogs. I'm happy.
You did. You did.
It's only taken like a year.
33 episodes.
It's fine.
Look, we need to get back to the base, make some repairs on this ship.
Take a long rest.
Take a real
Yes.
long fucking rest. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes. All the rest.
Are we long
Maybe
resting?
even some relaxation.
Are we long resting now? Or are we long resting the beginning of?
Well, if I'm flying, you guys can do whatever you want. I mean,
You
can
guys will be
rest.
back to the base before you can finish a long rest, so just long rest back at their old base before you get ready to do the slave ship. Because you've got like, before this was like 45 hours, so yeah, like 44 hours before you got to do the slave ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can long rest at the start of next episode.
I can long rest 11 times.
I think we're gonna do other things besides just kill time for the slave ship.
I got a ship to repair. Look,
And paint.
look. Yeah, exactly. We spent like 17 episodes fixing Kronos' ship, okay?
We had to go find fucking pieces of it. Thank you very
I
much.
know, that's my point. That's my point. A lot of repair on the VW bus.
Only
Alright.
ship we
By the
had,
way-
too, so.
Really quickly, if you have another image of your ship that you'd like me to use, I mean, I put the gunship on here. If you want your ship
Okay,
down
yeah.
in the,
I can
then
show you.
yeah. Just throwing it out there, because
I'll find something.
alrighty then. Shay, you got anything else?
I have fun.
Thank you for that leak. It's good to know.
That leak.
Thanks. Like, yeah, I was doing other shit.
Yeah. I was
That's fine.
I was looking at video game girls that were ugly.
Wait, why?
Katana's not ugly.
Did you read the statement?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Apparently
Mortal
in that
Kombat
way.
11. Yeah. That makes sense.
Wait, is that the one where they covered everyone up?
Yeah.
Except
I
for the
think so.
guys.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck that. All right, so thank you all for coming. It was a lot of fun. We got to kill some really ugly shit and get Bryn's dogs back.
And I did something with cold. Very
We
uncharacteristic.
we
of
saved, we saved an NPC. Which has been
And-
me.
helpful.
Yeah.
And me with 2 cold cantrips didn't use either.
Very helpful.
Look, one of them's only... Yours is 3d6, mine's 3d8. Well, okay. I was trying to be sneaky. All right. Well, join us Friday for Regen. And what the hell do we have coming up Saturday?
Some show that I'm underprepared for.
Indeed. Hybrids Killing Fields?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very underprepared for that. Fuck.
Saturday at 4.
Yeah.
And pre-Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoys it and eats lots of good foods.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to need until Friday evening to sleep off Thursday's food anyway, so we're good. All right. Well, thank you all for coming, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Later.